Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's your boy Nathan. We are back with the check-in show, and we have a guest with us. There he is. KV reacts. Hey, KV. This,
What's up?
this.
What's up? Hello, everybody.
I think it's just it's a nice day today. It's a nice day today.
A wonderful day.
For
The wind,
many a good reason. Many a good reason.
of course, of course, of course.
Bro, KV Bhai has
I think,
already
I
been
think,
on the channel, Zakaria. But yes,
yeah,
PK18 GGMU. Yes. Legends together, yes. You know what? We'll get into it in just a few minutes. I just wanted to say, hopefully everyone's had a good start to the week. Some of us have had, at least I should say.
there has been. Has anyone noticed of late? There has been silence in certain sections around the footballing space. Usually, you would expect a lot of noise coming out from there, but it's just like just a little bit. Yes, now we'll get into it. We'll get into
we'll
the
get into
whole
it. We'll get into it.
Arsenal, yeah, the whole thing. Don't worry.
Yeah. Actually, the funny thing is, I know it's easy to banter, but I think this week in particular, it just shows you why the Premier League is actually one of the most competitive leagues in the world, if not the most. I mean, I think there were what we would call shocks pretty much on Saturday and Sunday. I think it's fair to say that.
Yes.
Um, I think the table, when it's 3 games, 4 games, people go, yeah, whatever, yeah, it's 3, 4 games. It's actually, if you want to get really technical, it's almost a quarter of the season done.
Mm.
Almost quarter of the season done. So, you could say whoever's wherever they have reached some sort of consistency. I think that's fair to say. At least
Yes.
presently, quarter of the season done, we have reached some kind of consistency. So it just goes to show you how, I don't know, how fun the Premier League can be. Even if I mean, I don't know about you. I don't know if you were, because we are doing the Premier League check-in show, but I have to obviously look at all the games in the Premier League. We were keeping
Yeah.
an eye on certain games because they were at the same time. But of course, I couldn't see all the goals in real time, so I had to see them again. So I thought there
Mm.
were some fun games. Yeah, fun games. I think we should do one honorable mention. I think we'll start out with the honorable mention. In fact, I don't know if you was watching it, but Burnley and Wolves was an absolute banger of a game.
Yeah.
Absolute banger of a game. So what we'll do is we will just go through the games a little bit. We'll finish off on Arsenal and United at the end, just for the sake of, because those will be the parts where we'll harp on a little longer. I
Sure.
think we'll start with this one first. We will start with. So, by just in case, have you seen all the games? Have you at least got the replays or whatever? Whatever. Have you seen
I
all of it or what?
missed. I missed the Burnley and the Wolves game. Unfortunately, every other game I've caught up with. I actually, for whatever reason, I was so excited that somehow I did good in FPL, despite the fact that I
Bro,
could not change my
it was
team.
a bad week. It was a bad week. It was a bad week for FPL for sure.
Yeah, so I checked in on Newcastle, Fulham. I checked in on Leeds, West Ham, Sunderland, Chelsea, United, Brighton, Villa, City, Bournemouth, and Forest, and Spurs and Everton. Obviously, Brentford, Liverpool. I somehow I don't know. Like sometimes I just don't get the highlights on the thing, all the highlights at one time. So I'm like, "Acha, theek hai, I'll just watch 3 or 4, and then
Yeah, yeah,
maybe I'll have
of
some
course,
dinner and then check it out later."
of course. Yeah, congratulations to Real Madrid. I did favor them a little bit. Once we found out all, I did not know all the players were injured and whatnot. But yeah, Alvaro Fernandez did well again, which is, I don't know, man. I don't think it'll ever stop hurting me personally. But especially because I
Mm.
called it in advance and people were like, maybe Ten Hag was, doesn't think he was ready because that's why he got Malasia because he played in a higher league. But I've always maintained this KV, and I don't know about you, but I've maintained it to till the day I'll die. I'll maintain it. I think the championship is easily top five toughest leagues to play in. Because it's not about quality; it's just about strength of schedule. They play weekends they play weekdays when we are chilling. They have cup games. They have to
Hmm.
play all rounds of the FA Cup, Carabao Cup. We are in the biggest football ladder in the world. When I say competitive, I mean like it's hard, it's rough nosed, like and I just can't see how Malaysia playing in a league where two teams at best are good, really good at best on their
Yeah.
best days. Not even anymore, to be frank. But
Mm.
how is he better than being team of the season left back playing 35 games for Preston North End? Yeah. So anyway, congratulations. Like I said, I don't think I'll ever get over it personally, but. I just don't understand the logic behind. We have lost a gem of a player, and it's obviously Real Madrid and Benfica's. To Benfica's credit, they decided to sign him permanently, and then obviously they gave him a chance, and
Yeah.
then they got some money. We got some money, So fair enough. Don't have words to thank you for Carreras. He was monumental as he pocketed Yamal. No offense, Vishal,
I
but we
didn't see
move.
the. By the way, I
I
haven't
know,
seen
I
the El
know you're not.
Clasico.
I know you're
I
not
just.
being offensive. I know you're not being offensive, but it just depresses me, honestly. I know you're being serious when you say thank you, but it's just a very sensitive subject for me personally. But yeah,
I just want everybody to know I haven't still seen the El Clasico game. I haven't even seen the
I couldn't.
highlights.
I was doing the Arsenal game, so it was basically 60 plus minutes. By the time the game got over, it was basically 65 minutes of the Classico. So yeah, even I couldn't
And
do.
I
But
mean, there was news about it almost everywhere. Even in my chat, everyone's coming in, going, "Oh my god, a goal's been ruled offside. Oh my god, this. Oh my
yeah,
god, that. Oh, they're fighting. Oh,
and yeah,
yellow
yeah, I
card.
got the
This red
update. Yeah.
card. There." So even in the chat, everyone was just talking about the game. But I mean, obviously, my focus was primarily on Arsenal against Crystal Palace. So that is what matters to me the most at this point.
Yeah, fair enough. Um, so should we start? Leeds, Ellen Road, West Ham. Fun fact. Yeah, before we go on, yesterday I don't know how
Mhm.
accurate this foot mob is, but uh, you'll be interested to know that for the Northwest Derby, Anfield wasn't full. I'm talking
What do
about
you
this
mean?
year, this little thing here down here. This thing. That's why I said I don't know how accurate it is.
Oh,
There was about can't remember the math now. I can go back while we are discussing this, but I
hmm.
believe there was at least like 2,000 seats empty. I found quite interesting. But yeah, kind of. I don't know
Yeah.
how to think about that, to be honest. But yeah, guys, the
I mean,
Arsenal
sometimes.
stuff will be on the back
Hmm.
end. What I will do is the good questions I will favorite and I'll bring it back when we do Arsenal. Okay, I'm just letting you guys know. Okay, sorry, what were you
I think it
saying?
happens sometimes. I was saying that even like I can speak for the Emirates whenever we have, but derby games are packed each and every single time. In fact, this time there was an announcement made that usually when people are not occupying their seats, they're showing the game on the television in the back, right where the bar and the restaurant and everywhere is.
Yeah.
This time they refused to play it. They were like, no, everybody has to be in their seats, watch the game live. We will not be telecasting the game. So there have been occasions where seats have been empty. I mean, they've been bought, but they have been empty. So I don't know whether this is something of the same kind of a situation or not. Could be. I mean,
So that being said, I know I just saw the capacity thing and I wanted to tell you if you knew that or not. That's why I found that quite fascinating when I saw it like about 2,000 seats empty.
hmm,
I'll get the accurate number while we're discussing this. But Leeds United, West Ham United, dodgy goal from Aronson. A big. There was a
hmm,
big thing in the box and the Rodon header and Matheus Fernandez. Actually, a very good goal towards the end there, but it was too little, too late.
yeah,
What was your take? What
yes.
was your take on the match?
Well, I actually again did not see the full game. Leeds
Yeah.
versus West Ham. And in fact, I think this was that Friday night wala fixture, the first fixture of
Friday
this
night,
game week.
midnight. Yeah.
So I unfortunately missed it, but I did see the highlights. I think somehow West Ham is just not being able to get their game going. I feel Leeds seem to be more well prepared. They seem to be well prepared to do the job that is required. The last game I saw for Leeds was, I think, against Everton. I don't remember whether they won or lost that game, but they played really well. They seem to be getting the job done. They seem to be getting the goals somehow. West Ham United, I mean,
Are
they
they
just can't
joining? Are
seem
they
to get.
joining Wolves? Are they joining Wolves in relegation this year?
I would have to say that, because even after the sacking of Graham Potter, I just don't see them working as a team. They're just too much missing. Like they had the odd result against um uh, what's the name? I'm forgetting. They got
Who?
thrashed
Which
against
team?
Chelsea. Then after that they I
Who?
think they
Leeds?
grinded out a.
Leeds have been
No,
Leeds have been
West
pretty
Ham.
West Ham. Let me even I haven't actually don't know what they've been doing the whole
So
season.
they got thrashed against Chelsea at
One
home.
second.
Then they went away and they got a victory. I'm forgetting against which team they did that.
They have drawn one in the last five. So this must be at the very beginning of the season.
So then in that case, so then West Ham is just at this point, I think they're falling apart. I think the kind of they just seem to give up, especially against the big teams sometimes. Once they concede one or two goals, even though it could be like a possible deflection or something like a defensive lapse or something like that, they just
So
start to
hold
fall
on.
apart.
If I'll answer your question, they beat Forest 3-0, but to be honest, Forest is below them. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that was the only win that they had. And chalo theek hai, the good thing is that they took advantage of Forest, which is not in form at all, going through their own issues and stuff. But besides that, these other teams that have come from the championship, they look well prepared. They look like they know what they're here to do. Their first priority is to survive in the Premier League, and these are the kind of teams that they're going to target. They're going to target West Ham. They're going to target the Forest. They're going to target Wolves. They're going to make sure that they get as like 3 points out of these fixtures. They have to survive in the Premier League. For these teams is usually high up on the priority list. Sunderland is overachieving at this point, but I feel that Nottingham Forest, West Ham, and your Wolves right now, they just like you just mentioned, it's a quarter of the season already done. Seems like there seems like no way back, and I don't know who's going to do it for them. That's even worse. Like, who is going to do it? Is it going to be a managerial change? Is that going to have any kind of an impact? Is Sean Dyche going to manage three different teams in one season? No one knows. Um, so yeah, performances. West Ham just West Ham just looks like that easy game. They are the easy game at this level, and that is who you don't want to be. I just don't see anything changing for them. Uh, the fixtures are not going to get. There is no easy fixture in the Premier League. I'm saying this as an Arsenal fan. If
except
I was
Wolves,
facing West Ham,
Wolves
yeah,
is
Wolves,
starting to look like an easy fixture. Sadly,
extremely easy fixture. But still, I would not go with that mindset into any fixture. Like I would not go with that mindset against Burnley, not go with that mindset against any other team. Maybe yeah, fine. Wolves with the kind of form that they're in, terrible, atrocious form. Even against West Ham, I'd be a little bit wary of, like maybe an error happens. It is football after all. So yeah, and at that point that you were making one of the most competitive leagues in the world, I have always agreed with this because I mean, even if you're facing championship teams, it's gonna be a tough day. It's like it's packed right till here. You have everybody in your ear. The intensity of the game as soon as it starts, at least till the opening 30 minutes, is action packed. The tackles are flying in everywhere. The weather is Now the pitches are a lot better, but during our time, the pitches used to get extremely muddy and slippery, and it was very difficult to control the ball. And if it were a cold day, then to bhai, it's going to be a very difficult outing. And still, I feel that even now, when the weather, when you come to November and everything, it starts to get difficult, especially a rainy November. It's a tough period in the Premier League. Uh, Same cannot be said about other teams, but since I don't watch them that much, I'm not going to comment.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I picked Sunderland to stay up. So I just thought that Sunderland, like you said, they over exceeded expectation at the moment. But the funny thing is, they're also stabilizing. They're not getting caught in the lights every week they play. They don't. You remember when Southampton came last season? They were trying
Hmm.
to go toe to toe with City at the Etihad, and while it was quite entertaining, and they almost pulled off something crazy there that day. It obviously ended up not being sustainable because Martin, the bigger fraud than Ange Postecoglou. Yeah, I mean, he can't hold a job at Rangers, bro. How do you lose a job at Rangers? Gerrard couldn't lose a job at Rangers. Like it's
Mm.
crazy. But anyway, so I like the fact that Sunderland stabilizing, and it feels like two at least stalwarts of the Premier League look like they're heading down. Yeah, it's quite alarming. It's kind of sad because you know I don't know about you, but I remember when West Ham used to play at Upton Park. It was like
Mm.
Craven Cottage. It had a soul to it. In
Yeah.
fact, I saw the last game. They rolled out the legend Slaven Bilic, who, funny enough, ended up managing West Ham as well. They
Yeah.
came in cars, and anyway, they were ripping up the ground. So the people came in cars, and like it was a fun one, yeah, of course. But like when you think about it as English, But now, obviously, with that new stadium, you're like, bro, it's like any other stadium in Europe, sadly. So the fact that they have spent so much money on a new stadium and they might actually be going down, it's actually kind of criminal. Obviously, one of the I forgot the name. I think it's David Gold and David Sullivan. I believe both the owners are Davids. They literally live down the road from Upton Park. I don't know if you ever saw the
Hmm.
story. I saw the story when they were ripping it down. He
No.
was a kid who
Hmm.
who barely could afford anything, and he was like living down Upton Park, and then he ended up owning the club. And they are actually like
Wow.
West Ham fans. Yeah, they're like actual West Ham fans ending up owning West Ham. It's like the ultimate football fan's dream. A reality you never think you can achieve. But yeah, it's kind of
West Ham has
sad. Yeah,
been around, like West Ham has been
West Ham's been
around.
around. They have what
Uh,
we would call heritage, but people's idea of heritage is very
I would
different
have
now. But
compared West Ham something like with someone like Aston Villa.
yeah,
Uh, you
that
know,
would be right. Yeah. Yeah.
it would be sad to see West Ham go down, but it's happened to Newcastle in the past. Newcastle is also one of the OGs of the Premier League. In fact, I think they were one of the first to actually win the Premier League initially. If I like long, long, long ago, a century ago or something like that. I don't remember properly, but that's what I think. Them, Aston Villa. There were so many teams, and then obviously the modern
No,
era
the
entered,
the
and
money came in, and then the
yeah,
legacy clubs, with especially the ones that have the legacy style pillars, the boxes
yeah,
right near the pitch. Yeah, that all
yeah.
changed obviously. That's why I think I enjoy. Bro, I loved watching. It's such a stupid take, but I loved watching the games at the Kenilworth Road, Luton Town. I
Oh,
loved it. I loved
mhm.
watching every game, bro. They are going through people's houses through the staircase. I'm like,
Houses,
bro,
yeah, right behind the
this is
balcony and
what
everything.
English football is, bro. Like this is what it is. Like seriously, but it was fun. You have an answer for this? Because honestly, I'll put my hands up. I haven't been watching West Ham that closely. Differentiate between Potter and Nuno's
Potter
tactics.
tactics and Nuno's tactics, to be honest, don't see West Ham having players to fit the tactics of Nuno. They don't have a proper striker, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah,
I feel no matter what tactics you employ, if the
doesn't matter.
players are if a players are a little bit if they have their opinions a little bit separate, which in today's modern day football is very very true. Players have their own like individualism. So if any manager comes to a club, and tries to employ his tactics. If the players disagree with it as a cohesive unit, it's just not going to work. Whether you have a good striker or not, we have seen them. We have seen this in some top clubs as well. Um, so maybe there could be a difference in tactics, but if the players are just not open-minded enough to adjust to them, and if the manager is not capable enough to get them on board with the philosophy, then it's just not. It's never going to work. It's happened with the best of clubs all across the world, uh, and it's happened with some big names as well. So yeah.
We'll get to this one, bro, because that's next. Charles is asking this question before we move on to the next one.
Hmm.
Performances and entertainment over results and efficiency. Which football fan are you over the season and respect to a single match? So overall,
Performances and
so
entertainment
like,
over result and efficiency.
are there matches where you would want to see performances and entertainment, or would you take 38 1-nils, as I've heard someone famously saying on YouTube before?
Yeah, I would.
Undefeated 38 1. No,
Right
but like,
now,
what kind of
see.
sports fan you are? It's not about like you being an Arsenal fan. Like, let's say you're watching
Hmm.
another league. Do you like
Mm-hmm.
efficiency football, or do you like guns blazing, if you die on your
Okay,
sword kind
I'll
of
I'll take
football?
an example. Last season, UCL semi-final between Barcelona and Inter Milan. I'll watch that game every single day. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. One team is known for their defensive capabilities. The other team is known for, yeah, being a little bit lapse. They have lapses in defense, but they are good on the attack. So I would love to watch a competition like that, because I would feel like this is something I want to watch. Another example of a game that I'll give you. You might think this as boring football, but long ago, when Jose Mourinho was managing Inter Milan, that game against Barcelona, where he got the result 3-1, by at that time, it wasn't known as dark arts or haram ball. It was just known as Mourinho's way of playing football. So I would watch that game as well. Absolutely fantastic. And Lala wants to. So yeah, there
Sorry,
are
I'll send you the thing. Give me a minute. Sorry,
different
no,
games
continue.
across the
Sorry.
board that I would watch.
No,
Across
but
the
like, what do
board
you
that I
prefer?
would
What do
love to
you
watch.
so you prefer results and efficiency, right? Basically, in other words, because I wouldn't call it entertainment, right? Like, one team is being very defensively astute, and one
It's
team
the
is,
story, isn't it? It's
yeah.
like it's the story of the game, which is the entertainment. It's the things that are happening off the pitch,
Okay. Let
and
me put it
when
in
the
this
game
way.
actually takes place.
You know what? This Sorry to cut you off, but let me put it this way. I
Mm-hmm.
When I think of, when he says entertainment, no, I think he means like Jurgen Klopp. We are going to throw the kitchen sink at you. F you. If you can beat us, then fair. But we are going to throw the
Mm-hmm.
kitchen sink at you. If you beat us,
Mm.
counter attacking, fluke goal, the goal goes off your butt, whatever. If you beat us that way, fair.
Mm.
But we are coming for you. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what team you are. It doesn't matter how many games unbeaten you are. We are coming for you. That's how I look at it when
Right.
he means entertainment, and you know, that's how I looked at it when he asked the question.
There was also this time when Arsenal used to finish fourth
Bro,
every
one
single
nil,
season, but played some
one,
really
yeah,
good,
they played exactly. I try to tell
really good
people that
football.
people have no idea, bro. When I tell people I hate Arsenal, no, they're like, but City and Liverpool are worse. I'm like, bro, that's not how that works. I am not from this
Mm.
generation where I get trolled by City fans. I'm from a generation when City was in Division 3, and that is not an insult. I remember famously Solskjaer said, when I was a player here, I didn't play Man City much. People on Twitter got mad. Now you remember Man City. No, I'm like, no, bro, that's not what he meant. He meant
Mm.
y'all weren't in the same division, so we couldn't compete with you. And they thought, oh, look at us now.
People
Bro, like, you don't get it. Like, you
people
guys
don't
were in the
bother with the
division.
history of English football. If you start turning the pages back, and if you start checking the history of English football, then you'll realize that it is far bigger than any of our teams. It's bigger than United. It's bigger than Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea. You guys will not believe how new Chelsea is in the
Bro,
whole
Chelsea was a cup team
spectrum.
until really till Abramovich. That is like now.
Hmm.
That is in real time now.
And
If you
again,
want
this
to
is not an
go,
insult. It is just a part of history. It
that's
is
how it is.
just
Yeah,
how the thing has developed.
exactly.
So yeah, that's If you just
Fair enough.
check the history and start understanding a little bit, thoda sa
Okay, now KV. Now
might get a
to
better
now
idea.
now we brought you in for the entertainment. I'm going to let you enjoy this one, buddy. How about that? Chelsea 1, Sunderland
So
2. I'm sure you're going to have a good time
uh,
here, so feel free. Feel free.
yeah. No, I always love coming on the channel, having a conversation with all of you guys, and I love having a good time myself. Now, I was watching this game, by the way. As
Oh, you
I've
were? Okay.
mentioned before, that I'm a superstitious fan, and I've said before that I don't watch my rivals' games because when I don't watch their games, they end up losing. So when I was watching the game, I immediately realized in a little bit, कि, you know what? Maybe I should not watch this game. Maybe I should just step back. तो मैंने पूरा game नहीं देखा. But when I noticed, I was just randomly scrolling my notifications, and then I noticed who's the guy who scored right at the end. I
Uh,
I was like, all right, we'll check
Dalby,
it out.
Dalby, Dalby, Dalby.
Talbi, yes, and I really want to talk about that goal because the manner in which that goal was scored. See, this was my reaction. Okay, I was sitting here watching the highlights. I'm like, oh, he's about to score right now, and then then it suddenly felt like time had frozen. Right, I thought genuinely this is what I thought. I thought the referee has blown his whistle, and the game has stopped for whatever reason, and I cannot see it on screen because there are two defenders standing marking the striker at that time. I don't know if it was Isidore or who it was. He's just basically holding this defender on his back, right? There's another defender who's right behind him, and nobody is coming. No one's rushing back from Chelsea's perspective, and this guy just holds the ball. And then I suddenly see that players are rushing, like one Sunderland player is rushing in from the left hand side. The Chelsea players are scrambling back, and then he just passes it. And excellent finish, by the way. I got to tell you, it's not easy to keep the ball grounded. You need technique. You need proper technique to push the ball in that manner. Sublime finish, but what the hell was the Chelsea team? They fell asleep. Quite frankly, they absolutely fell asleep. I was watching the reactions, the reaction compilation channels of all the Chelsea fans, and जब मैंने उनकी शक्ल देखी, they were saying the exact same thing कि हमारी टीम सो कैसे गई, क्या हुआ एकदम से. Hello Lala, what's up, man?
Bro,
Long time
bro,
no
is
see.
this true?
Up?
Hello, Lala. Good evening. Is this true? Chelsea and Sunderland have the same first division titles.
वही ना, we were just talking about history of जब it's it is what it is, bhai.
Bro,
I just
exactly.
felt
I
I
and I
just
had
felt
this
it was
discussion.
sad.
I think I had this discussion with Lala's channel. Like people troll Everton, but people don't know Everton's the fifth best team in England. But
Yeah.
seriously, like that's not even bullshit. They're the fifth best team, and everyone goes, "Oh, it's the gentleman derby." I'm like, bro, like, okay, what else to say? Because
यार,
people just woke up and realized
I find
football
it
started in
funny. I
2010,
find
dude.
it
So it's
funny
okay.
कि आज के टाइम में चलो ठीक है, अभी इट्स द न्यू वर्ल्ड, हम सब एडजस्ट कर रहे हैं इसके हिसाब से, पर it's just the same teams over and over again. Yesterday जब I was on this like I was on a watch along for these they're young, okay, they're young and they get overly emotional, ठीक है. वो like ऐसे बैठा, he's just like, oh no, it's like my life is ruined because Barcelona lost or something like that. You know what, I keep telling them, bhai, I have been watching football for more than 20 years now, ठीक है. Seasons, football never ends, ठीक है. Stop acting so emotional and stop going so crazy. Yes, of course in the moment दुख होएगा, टीम हार गई, कोई बात नहीं, पर क्या फुटबॉल खत्म हो गया क्या? अगर बार्सिलोना हार गई तो, या रियल मैड्रिड हार गई थी पिछले सीजन, तो क्या फुटबॉल खत्म कर दिया था क्या? आई मीन, जस्ट स्टॉप ओवर रिएक्टिंग सो मच टू ईच एंड एवरी सिंगल रिजल्ट. पहली बात तो ठीक है, रियल मैड्रिड बार्सिलोना पे नहीं जाते हैं, बट आई जस्ट फील कि यार उसको ना बहुत ज्यादा वो कर दिया, बहुत ज्यादा इधर उठा दिया कि ओ माय गॉड हार गए तो इट विल बी एन एब्सोल्यूट डिजास्टर. आई एज एन आर्सेनल फैन, मैं कितने सालों से अपनी टीम को जीतते हुए नहीं देखा है. मैंने क्या कांच वांच फोड़ दिया क्या किसी के सर पर जाके? I mean, I don't get it.
No, but honestly, I don't know. Yeah, Chelsea is really up and down. Lala, did you watch the Chelsea match? Any thoughts
Yes,
on it?
sir. Yes.
Ganacho goal was a good one, no?
Uh, I would say the
गानाचो को लगा,
I think
हाँ,
celebrations
उसे
ज़्यादा
लगा
better.
गया, हो गया भाई, 4 मिनट में गोल मार दिया, मैं जीत गया। बैठ गया वो जाकर।
सेलिब्रेशन तो वो ऐसे करता है जैसे साले ने दुनिया जीत ली हो। I mean, come on यार.
Bro, but what was really alarming
It's
was the
the
second goal. Yeah, that Isidore was like, you know what Isidore was doing that thing? No, it reminded me when
चलो
people are playing one on one in basketball. He's doing this. I'm like, what the
हाँ,
hell's going on? And the Chelsea defenders also are doing this, dude. I'm like, what
so
is this?
I I would say it felt nice because for a change, किसी और टीम का defense is also sleeping other than us. So I was happy
Bro,
to see that.
I think they're
oh,
just very inexperienced here. I can't believe that guy was sticking his hand out like that,
This
literally
is what
like
I
that, and
said
hmm,
holding a
before the
player.
start of season. This is what I said before the start of the season. जब इन्होंने वो जीता था ना, क्या जीता था वो, कुछ तो जीता, क्या नाम था?
CWC.
हाँ, so these
Double.
guys will win the Premier League, ये वो, मैंने कहा ठीक है. They have a really good squad, but they still don't have a good goalkeeper. They still don't have a decent centre back partnership. The year they won the Champions League ना, I'm going to ask this to Chelsea fans. मैं उनसे सीधा पूछ रहा हूँ कि the year they won Champions League, they had Thiago Silva in their backline.
हाँ,
They
Couldn't finish
always
the
had
game.
some
oh,
experienced player in their backline or in midfield.
hmm,
Right now, they have no one. Their midfield is world class. वो Enzo, Caicedo and तीसरा कौन है? Even Lavia भाई, world class players.
Romeo
बहुत
Lavia.
players हैं.
Hmm.
But backline is not good enough except Cucurella, I would say. हाँ ठीक है, Reece James have started playing now. पूरा उनका 90 minutes he's playing some games. He's good, but again, you still need to have two good centre back partnerships, right? Wesley Fofana, when they bought him, he was highly touted. He was really good for Leicester, but again, injuries. Tosin, average. Chaloba,
Hmm.
decent player, could be a good backup. Bench पे रह
But
सकता है.
Chaloba abuse though to me is a little bit unacceptable. When he was ready to go, no, he was literally ready to go, and they were like, "No, we need you, bro." The whole time he was
This is
alienated,
how, भाई,
and then
this
when
is
he
how
was
they
ready to
operate.
go, they were like, "We need you back."
This is
That's
how they
weird.
operate. This is how they operate. This is how Chelsea operates. कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है. And what else
Yeah,
do
but
they
This
have?
has how they've always operated. उस
I
दिन
guess
chat में कोई आके
my
कह रहा था when I
surprise
was
was I
calling
guess
the
my
thing.
surprise was
हाँ,
why keep him only if you didn't want him that badly. Now he's performing badly and now everyone's abusing him. So it's like it ended up being the same thing only. Might as well should have sold him and
अरे
got
तो
money.
इन्होंने उसके साथ भी तो ऐसे ही किया, जैक्सन के साथ.
I
Delapia
disagree with you,
हाँ,
Rajiv.
yeah.
I think Lala is lying. I think Robert Sanchez is a phenomenal goalkeeper. And we'll move on from that. He's phenomenal. I couldn't believe the timed luck of mine where I say Sanchez, thank God
There
Sanchez is
was
playing in goal against United because he'll make a mistake. 30 seconds later,
एक
we got a penalty and red card. That's it.
एक
Happiness.
चेल्सी फैन का कमेंट था, वर्ल्ड चैंपियंस ऑफ अमेरिका करके। बिकॉज
Bro.
वो एक वो सी दे वन द
No,
CWC,
but that's not
राइट,
fair,
एंड
yeah.
देन दे वर
That's
लाइक,
not fair. They
नहीं
outclass
नहीं,
PSG.
they outclass, I agree with that, and then they came with that same kind of कि अब हम प्रीमियर लीग में देखना हम क्या करेंगे, we're going to tear this up, we have Estevao, we've got a fantastic forward line, midfield, but they, like, I think a lot of people have now started to recognize कि भाई देखो यार, having a great defense is is a game changer, like Lala mentioned, Thiago Silva, game changer at Chelsea, absolute game changer at Chelsea.
Exactly, Kimi
For
भाई,
United,
आप
I feel.
आप उस साल का just see the Chelsea lineup. Thiago Silva and Rudiger center back partnership. Just check the attacking lineup. It was young at that point of time. तब भी. And
Hmm.
midfield तो अभी का है. At that point of time, they didn't have that good midfield as well. Kai Havertz ने
Hmm.
जिताया है उनको.
Yep.
I agree.
See,
I agree. That I think
and
that is
one
fair.
nil, 1-0 victory, clean sheet. That is what matters now at the end of the day. Like, it
I don't
doesn't
think
really
clean sheets
matter
matter,
ki,
but fair enough.
I don't think what matters.
kya,
I don't think what
clean
matters.
sheets matter.
Clean sheets matter, yeah. I
हाँ,
don't think so.
ये
I
कितना बड़ा irony है. Arsenal fan
why,
talking about clean sheets and defense. United वाला talking about clean sheet doesn't matter. इधर मैं चुपचाप सुन रहा हूँ.
bro? Like, see, the thing is, no,
What how can you say clean sheets don't matter, man? I mean,
No, listen,
पता है
listen.
क्या,
Okay,
that
we are
वो
going to get to
Brighton
you.
वाला
We
game,
are going to
Brighton
get to
वाला
you.
game would
I'm
have
still
gone.
going to cook you. After you winning, I'm still going to
Brighton's
cook you. I'm telling you
Brighton's
personally.
game would have gone south very quickly. ठीक है, you were about to squander a 3-0 lead. वो तो good presence of
No,
mind by Fernandes.
we'll
And
get to that. We'll get to that. That
ठीक,
I'll
fair
tell you
enough.
where the real problem was. I don't.
One second, one second.
I'll tell you that. Yeah, take your time. Anyway, we'll move on. Lala, thoughts? Newcastle
Oh,
scrape through this one somehow.
भाई जितना everyone had like Newcastle won't do good. By I'm sorry, but
Hmm.
respect. I was wrong, and respect to Eddie Howe. By he has somehow managed his team to do good right now. And Volte का signing has been good. I still believe that अगर summer में they get a good centre back now and backup for Joe Linton, I think they will do good. Yeah, they will do good. I still can't predict that will they finish Champions League or Europa. Europa League they can. Europa League they can. I don't think so. Champions League. I think
Murphy should
Europa
have got
League.
a hat trick. Murphy should have got a
हाँ,
hat trick.
Hmm.
हाँ.
Really good.
The players तो हैं Newcastle के पास. They have most of the players except for like Isaac is gone. I think they've gotten a pretty reasonable replacement.
No,
ठीक है.
they wanted this.
Not
No,
as good.
they wanted Mbermo.
They हाँ, they wanted an extra. They wanted an extra striker basically. Couldn't get
They got
like
Ekitike.
Newcastle. नहीं, they wanted that, but उनका बड़ा मजाक उड़ाया जा रहा था, and I think despite that their results are inconsistent right now, but players हैं उनके पास, like that Liverpool game also, the one where who was it, Ngumoha, he was the one who scored
Yeah.
the तो निकाल लेते वो भी. They were playing with 10 men in that game, very spicy fixture start of the season. हो सकता था draw, बचा लेते 2 point निकलने से, but ठीक है, you know, like at the end of it,
They have
this I was
defensive
expecting a
lapses.
draw or something like this. Defensive players ठीक है उनके पास.
This is I don't want to troll it. Yeah, I don't want to troll. You know what? In the end, they got no was Malik Theo, no, and nobody wanted him. Nobody wanted him. That's all they got.
No, they need a good centre back. They need a good centre back.
So yeah, sorry, I apologize to Newcastle fans. West Ham wanted Malik Theo.
Good centre back तो they
Guldemara is good,
need.
not going to lie. Yes, he hit the post too. Man, they should have at least scored 5 goals, to be fair. But that Guimaraes, dude, that Osula shot was beautiful. Goalkeeper pushed it straight to Guimaraes, back of the net. 90 plus 4 minutes or something.
मैंने तो केवी भाई बोला अगर न्यूकासल buys back Jakub Minte from Brighton, he was their player, right? And Elliot Anderson and Elliot Anderson from Nottingham Forest, वो भी उनका player था. भाई, this will be a very strong team उसके बाद.
Yeah, there is
All right,
time अभी Newcastle के लिए to
And Eddie Howe
have
is
a
a
reasonable
really good
finish.
coach. Eddie Howe is a really good coach.
That is
he's
and
really
उसके ना
good.
player, his players are familiar with his tactics and they are accepting of his tactics कि जिस तरीके से
Wait,
खिलाता है,
KV,
वही खेलना है
I
बस.
saw. Did you see what Lala just did? I just understood what Lala just did.
What?
He doesn't want Lampard. I get it. I get it. You're putting it out there, Lala. I get it. I see what you're doing. I see this. Okay. Okay. We're doing
I
that
just
now. Huh?
got-
We're both. Dude, how much you have not shamed Newcastle enough, no, Lala. Now you want their coach even now. Lovely. This is bullying. This is bullying.
Strike.
This is what we call bullying. Strikers who came to the PL from Bundesliga, others perform well like Haaland, Sheshko, Ekitike, Voltemada. Let's not jinx it, dude. Let's see. Let's not put that out there. He started well though. Voltemada is very good. Voltemada and Ekitike started really, really good. Really, really good. No doubt. Even Gerrard for Liverpool, we will be there, dude. I will be there after the Ole scenario, bro. I will be there every week. Every week I'll be there. For sure. Elliot Anderson left
Oh,
due to lack of game time, and not
They,
going to
they
line. Yeah,
left because of FFP issues. Yeah, they had to sell those
yeah,
two players.
yeah. Joelinton's getting older, bro. Elliot Anderson's not going to go back. I don't think he'll go back. He'll be like, bro, you wanted me gone. You didn't believe in me. I'll take my business elsewhere. Thank you. But yeah, yes, he destroys chiming in now. Shashko, Cunha, Mbeumo, Ekitike, Gay, Trafford, Dilap, Hoyson, Kudus, Pedro.
The mighty rejection. Oh,
Bro, that's
this is
like a
all for
full 11.
Newcastle, right?
Seriously. Yeah, that's like a
Yeah,
full
yeah, yeah.
11, dude. Hoyson even they wanted. Oh my God. Oh, that's rough.
Goody, goody, goody.
That's rough. That's rough.
I did feel
All
that.
right, get over with this game. Yeah, we were talking. Let's do it. Manchester United 4, Brighton and Hove Albion 2.
Legendary game, yeah, legendary game, legendary. I would say United
Not
was.
for not for people who have art issues. Otherwise, it was all right. I suppose. Suppose it's
I
all
don't know,
right.
yeah.
Not for people like
I
me,
felt
dude. But yeah.
great start. I mean, you take it away. Like, what did you feel, Nathan?
So let me just put it. Let me just summarize the whole game in case anyone missed it. Cunha started off basically playing around with the Brighton defense. He was all over the attacking third. He
Mm,
basically created that goal on his own. It was wonderful. The finish was wonderful. He's off the mark. It's great. The
mm,
Casemiro goal started out with Sesko pressing in. He lays it off to Casemiro. Casemiro hits it. It seems off target, but they obviously gave Casemiro the goal. It bounces off, it ricochets off the defender, and the goalkeeper was on
mm,
the other side. He couldn't do anything. He was too far away. He didn't even move. Then I believe Mbeumo scored, and
mm,
that was a wonderful goal. And then
mm.
we were sitting there chilling at 3-0. I'm telling everybody calm down. And everyone's like, look at Nathan being shameless, telling everyone to calm down at 3-0. I'm like, guys, I've seen this before. Please calm down. And then the changes are made. No, and then then we get in some real trouble, dude. Then we get in some real trouble because Casemiro gets taken off. And the game is just, bro,
Mm,
the game kind of falls apart. Casemiro gets
mm,
taken over. Kobe Mainoo's looking languid. He takes off Cunha, who was the spark plug in the team. He brings on Xerxes, who's spending all his time trying to vibe out with the football. He's trying for nutmegs. He's trying to do his best version of a running in slow motion. It was wonderful. And I was like, bro, what's happening, dude? And then next thing you know, we give a stupid foul. Danny Welbeck's like, bro, I've been quiet the whole game. I'm going to start taking free kicks now. He stands there. Sen Lamens is like, okay, man, let's not do this. So, and then the
mm.
ball basically goes straight in the center. Center, but
Yes.
towards the other side of the goal, of course, but more centrally, right? So my
Mm,
problem with that goal was very simple. And I think everyone in the chat also called it out, which is he was emphasizing too much to the closer post, basically, to his near post. And what happened was, if he was even a few centimeters this way, I think he would have saved it because it ended up going
mm,
roughly straight. But you know what? This is part of being a young goalkeeper,
mm,
facing higher quality of talent. These are the mistakes De Gea even made, right?
mm,
Overcommitting on one side, free kick, you don't know where it's going to go. Fair enough. And then it became a real problem. We are moving into 90 minutes. They robbed us with the extra time again, second week in a row. God knows how they came to 7 minutes, but they came to 7 minutes. Then this Greek
mhm.
fellow tried to put us in a souvlaki by scoring in extra time. Kostulas. He just shows up out of nowhere and decides that he's going to play hero for the next 5 minutes, and he scores. And then I'm like, fuck yeah, this is exactly I told everyone to relax at 60 minutes. Dude. This I was like, relax, yeah. At 80 minutes we'll celebrate. No, why you're doing this right now? And
Uh,
bro, the heavens opened up, dude. And I mean the
mm,
heavens, dude. We got a whiff of that Mbumo supremacy I've been talking about for 18 months,
mm.
dude. Heaven whips it in. Bruno fakes it. Mbemo doesn't even look. Nets it in. The crowd goes wild. I finally, my heart slows down a little bit. Thank God. I don't know where I'll end up before the end of the game. And I was
Mm,
like, this is why, no, this this is why, no, we wait till the game's over and then we clown people. Always wait till the game's
exactly.
over before you clown people. I was relieved, yeah. Three in a row. Think I think we are going to play Deitch ball. You know, Deitch got wood, so that's going to be a little dangerous for us. You know, we'll have to be aware of the penetration. Um,
Mm.
yeah, so we
You
are on
always
our way.
have to be aware of the penetration.
No, obviously, dude. He's always made English football great again, and he'll continue, dude. You know, and
Mm.
I mean, I'm
True.
pretty sure in May he's going to go to Burnley, get Barnes back. You know, the Holy Trinity is going to join up in Nottingham Forest. We are going to see scenes, dude. 4-4-2 like you've never seen before. If you thought the balls were long this season, no, next season I don't know what balls were going to happen, dude. They'll be throwing it from the halfway line, dude, to find Barnes and Wood. It'll be brilliant. So, so
I
that was my
agree
thoughts
with
on the game.
the
What about you, KB?
हाँ नहीं and पता है क्या the chat also has a knack chat and comments have a knack of uh, excitement हो जाता है like 1-0 2-0 3-0 and then suddenly Mystic has come back into the chat like oh कौन दे रहा था कुन्या को गाली कौन दे रहा था मैंने कहा I never abused Kunya Shishko or something like that and then he's like oh Shishko comparisons are starting to be made तो मैंने कहा अच्छा ठीक है whatever but when I saw the highlights of the game I thought the Cunha goal amazing, but I just the Lamon's miss was it happens sometimes. Sometimes you trust the wall a little bit too much. You like, okay, the wall is where it's supposed to be, and then you like don't move that quickly. And even if you do, sometimes you still miss. वो Soboslai free kick against Raya, just millimeters away. But कोई नहीं, तो हो गया. So the
Still top
best
of
goal of the match.
still top of
Huh?
the league.
Uh, Still top of the league, yes, but वही है ना, football has a great way of lifting you up and then
केवी भाई
dropping you
पार्टी
down.
किधर है फिर टाइटल की?
हैं?
टाइटल की पार्टी
पार्टी
कहाँ?
देखो ऑलरेडी मैं बता चुका हूँ पार्टी किधर है. I will have an Arsenal after party if on the stream if Arsenal wins. तो वो I'm बहुत दूर है, मई में है. Whether or not that
So what?
happens, we don't know.
We're getting invites. So what's happening? You're going to let us know on the
No,
day
I
you
will
win the
be.
title. How are we supposed
Only,
to
it's
get
only
there?
Nathan. It's only Arsenal specific.
नहीं नहीं we'll figure it out. I haven't really figured out the
I mean, I
details
could
or
wear
whatever,
something
but it is
red. I
way
could
too early.
wear something red if you want.
It is way
This
way too early, way too early. So I just wanted to talk about the best goal that was scored in the United versus Brighton fixture, which was the last goal by Mbumo. I think the way that the goal was scored was fantastic. Um, the presence of mind and the awareness of Fernandez is what led to that goal. I mean, the pass came to Fernandez, and Fernandez let it go because he
first of
knew
all,
Mbumo.
it's financial, please. Okay,
अच्छा हाँ ठीक है, my
we don't
fault.
have English players in our
Fernandes.
team like you. We have Portuguese players. Okay, finance. Thank
Bruno
you.
Fernandes, ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है. So game awareness, presence of mind, fantastic. Saw Mbuemo making the run, let the ball go, and that was the best thing that he did. And that goal was really really good. Lalabhai looks like
Yeah,
his team lost 4 in a row.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
For
yeah.
me, though, my best thing of that match was Brighton scoring the second goal.
Bro, thank God you brought that in. This
It
fellow, no,
was.
this man doing
Hmm,
the running man in slow motion, no, bro, he's looking.
hmm.
He just came on the pitch, bro. Sideshow Bob is just looking with his big afro. He's just looking, bro. He's nowhere near the defender. The defender was in front of him. They just had the ball. We almost got Suvlaki because of Jay Z, dude. The duplicate one.
भाई ये रेफरेंस तो मुझे भी नहीं समझ आया. I'm sorry.
Hey, yeah, Suvlaki is
So
food.
it's
Yeah, we
a
almost got put. We got put in some bread, dude. Simply. Sideshow Bob is a character in Simpsons. I hate this Nathan agenda. He
sideshow
won't
Bob
defend
though.
any of his new players unless it's Mbemo. Yeah, because I called that shit before he signed, bro. That's it. What?
Mistake will defend
What?
any Manchester United
Bro,
player no matter
you
how
want me to
bad they
defend
are.
Sheshko? You want me to defend Sheshko? Sheshko got an assist. His link up play is great, but I'm just talking about the goals.
No, but
That's
according
it.
to Mystic, Shesko is tearing up the Premier League right now.
He is tearing up the Premier League. He just doesn't have the goals. He's been super effective in our games, for sure. But he's not getting the goals yet. He's got 2 goals, which is, which is more than, he's got 2 goals, which is more than some players at much more money. So it is what it is, bro.
But that's not called tearing up the Premier League.
He's
Nah,
staring
like,
at. See, dude. I'm going to make this very clear, no, because this is why no, I didn't want Rasmus Højlund to get sold. When we bought Rasmus
hmm,
Højlund, no, if you see the comps, I know everyone hates hearing that word, no, but if you see the comps, even if you see the Napoli goals, it is running in behind space, no, and scoring goals. If we don't fucking do that, no, he's not going to score. Sheshko comes back in because he's giant, he's tall, and he's quick. So it's working the way
hmm,
we are playing. But people are saying you're not supporting him because of this. No, I'm not supporting it because we had a striker who has scored more goals than a lot of strikers in the Premier League, by the way. The same guy everybody clowned, he scored a lot of goals right now in his league and in the Champions League. We never played to his strengths, and everyone's like, oh, we had to sell him, he was a clown. No, 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 no. If you don't play through someone's strength, you're not going to get the best out of him. Let's play Bruno at
hmm,
right back, bro. Let's play Bruno at right back. How's that going to work out for us? So when people say when I say I'm tearing it up, the red card at Chelsea, the assist for Casemiro because he pressed up high, the bullying of the defenders in multiple games this season since he's
hmm.
joined. This is his. If this is his job, this is his job. What can I do? I can't tell you he's going to score 25 goals because even I wouldn't believe that shit. So what do you want me to say? You want me to lie about it? I'm not going to lie, bro. I'm not going to get gassed. That's one thing I'm never going to get, dude. I have to see proof, no, and then I'll get gassed. It's as simple as that. I'm not just going to get gassed. That free kick was moved a little further. The referees are shit, bro. There's no point talking about that, bro. Spanish Brendan Rodgers won't win the title.
Hmm.
But that free kick was really good. Yeah.
The free kick was good, but it was center. Yeah. If you look at the, I always like the free kick. No, remember Lala got very angry with me when I was talking about Soboslai's free kick. But I told him only one thing: do me a favor, no, and just look at it from back to front camera angle. That's it.
I agree with that.
Just look at
It
that
is the
angle because the shit.
best place for a free kick to be taken. लोगों को लगता है कि D के बस थोड़ा सा बाहर हो, तो that is the best place. That is incorrect. It has to be at the perfect height कि आप power and curve दोनों
जितना
लगा सको.
उल्टा
It's just,
गोल के जितना पास लोगे, there's a bright chance कि वो हवा में ही जाएगी बॉल.
हाँ, वो वापस dip होने का chance नहीं मिलता ना. तो that is
What
why.
what is
And
what
पता है कि
what,
the
what is
execution
Lala?
of
What
that
is
free
Lala
kick
cooking?
was
Hmm.
I
Arey,
think it's
dude,
a
it was a
burrito.
good free kick. If you don't hit it on target, it doesn't go in. It was a good free kick. There's no doubt about it. It's the positioning of the goalkeeper. See, what is everyone upset about? No one's upset that Danny Welbeck really scored. People are upset, no, that he overcommitted to one side because he's so tall. If he was just even a few inches to the right, no, I think he would have actually saved it. That doesn't mean the shot is bad. That does not mean the free kick attempt was bad. It is just that
Mhm.
he obviously Danny Welbeck saw him overcommit to the side, so he decided to, instead of trying to curl it where the chances are lower, he just tried to hit it more centrally, and it was brilliant. It's a
80% of the
brilliant
time,
IQ.
80% of the time, you just need to get it on target. Then it's the goalkeeper's job कि वो कहाँ खड़ा है, किधर खड़ा है, save कर सकता है कि नहीं. Just hit it on target and see what happens. 80% of the time.
Absolutely.
I mean,
या फिर ऐसे
not
तो गलत
exactly at the
गलत
at the full
डिसीजंस की
game.
अगर बात हो ही रही है. I know we were shit against Brentford, but Gakpo deserved the penalty. He was clearly fouled in the box, yeah. And what frustrates me is that game roke they didn't even do the VAR check कि भाई is this a foul or not. और ब्रेंटफोर्ड के दोनों टाइम जब when players went down, they did the VAR check अच्छे से. And in one of them तो जिसमें penalty मिला, earlier they had given कि नहीं, this is a free kick. Just right outside the box, this is a free kick. But referee ने penalty दिया था. VAR guy said that it is up to you if you want to give it penalty, and I'm fine with that as well. But my point is, अगर उस चीज को इतना evaluate किया गया था, why not the Gakpo's decision as well? Because that could have changed momentum for us. 1-1 हो जाता game. Maybe things would have gone in a different way for us. We still played shit
Hmm.
throughout the 90 minutes. मैं वो justify नहीं कर रहा हूँ. But मुझे इस चीज का frustration है कि उसको at least they could have evaluated it, right? That if it's a penalty or not. It was a clear penalty, right?
No, so Naga boy is asking me, Nathan, want to amber him out? What now? So this is precisely what I'm saying, Naga boy. This is why I'm not getting gassed. I've given him his credit. The one thing I still don't like about I even defended him saying I understand why he picks these 11 players. I'm not going to question why he picks, even if it doesn't work because of the formation and the roles and the ability. I still won't blame him for picking these 11 because now I've seen it today. The Brighton game proved why he picks everybody. If you want Menu to play, now you know why he doesn't play. If you want Xerxes to play, now you know why Xerxes doesn't play. Right? We were complaining about that. No, so I'm not backtracking.
Hmm.
I'm not hammer him out. I said at the rate, and Lala can attest to it because I said it on his channel as well. I said at this rate, if he goes, he's going to sack himself. That is just a fact. That it's not about hammer him in or hammer him out. I'm not saying, oh, give him a 5-year deal. I'm saying let's not get gas. Let's go through it, Naga boy. It doesn't have to be red or green all the time, because I'll give you a really good example, Naga boy. If he loses the next two games, do you think people are going to remember that three wins in a row? I'm just being real here. If we won 7 games in a row and lost two, no, this is a whole different discussion. But we have
Hmm.
actually won half of the games we have played so far. So fair enough. If you're Amirimin, congratulations, Nagaboy. You're currently being proven right. I have no issue with
Also,
anything. It's
one more
fair.
thing. Remember, everybody was doing the. मैं पहले भी आके बोल चुका हूँ ये. Everybody was doing that thing. Who has the toughest 6 fixtures going into the Premier League? Uh, first 6 करते हैं. तो अब 9 गेम हो गए हैं and you guys are what, fifth, fourth right now? हाँ, तो
Oh,
that, I mean,
no.
think about,
Now we are fifth. We are fifth now.
हाँ, तो fifth. The think about where you were. ठीक है, how, what your expectations were when you started the season. Think about what happened in the first couple of games of the season, and now think where you are now that 9 games have been completed, quarter of the season is gone. ठीक है, just try to think a little bit more pragmatically कि हम क्या सोच रहे थे, फिर बीच में हेड लॉस हो गया, अब हम खुश हैं. अभी और अभी तो और गेम्स आएंगे, फिर आएंगे, आते रहेंगे लाइक टिल 38. सो
See,
don't be
I,
overreactionary about each and every single scenario.
we'll move on from my topic because we have to discuss Arsenal Liverpool games.
Hmm.
But I will just say this, Naga boy. If you were Amarim in, you're right. If you Amarim out, you're right. And the reason you're right is because you're allowed to feel how you're feeling. But getting upset with how other people feel or react, like it's not going to change how they feel or react. What we
Wow.
can do is
Wow.
we can sit here and discourse. Like
Wow.
I have openly challenged Lala and Darshan on Lala's channel when Darshan said Matheus Cunha is overrated. I'm like, bro, if Matheus Cunha is overrated, then for Wirtz is the most overrated player in the league's history because he went for double the price and he's done nothing. At least Matheus Cunha has Premier League heritage to show for it in a crap Wolves side that's actually going to get relegated after he's been sold. There's actual evidence. He's played for the second best team in Germany and they finished second like 3 times and they won the Bundesliga once. Congratulations to them. Fair enough. He has a title. Can't take it away from him. But let's not pretend they have 7 strong teams like the Premier League does. I don't think any Bundesliga fan will even look at you in the eyes and tell you that. It's a fact. So asked Darshan, how are you saying for this? We paid half the price for Words, and you're saying Cunha is overrated. That's crazy. It was live for everyone to see. I asked him. So that's what I'm saying. We can have a discourse. Yeah, you don't have to agree. People get mad at me when like Mystics getting mad at me. I didn't say Sheshko's playing well. I've said Sheshko's playing plenty well, plenty well. I'm just talking about the goals. That's it. Like I didn't do a review because I had electricity issues. I would have happily talked about Sesko in my 10-minute video. If you notice, I couldn't do a video for the game because I just didn't have electricity and wasn't possible. And by the time I wanted to do a video, I was already live on Ash's channel and we are doing United Talk anyway, so it made no sense. It was like 9 in the evening. It made no sense. So fair play, yeah. Whoever stuck by Amarim, you deserve your credit, yeah. You all deserve your credit and you should get credit for it. This I'm not gonna take it away from anyone. But 4 games ago, it's undeniable that he was sacking himself. It was undeniable. And no one can tell me otherwise.
Is
If he
Slot
turns it around, no, I'll be the first person. I'll happily be the first person to say he turns it around because my team is winning. At the end of the day, I want Manchester United to do well, whoever the coach is. As I'm sure Lala
This
would
feels like
happily support Eddie Howe when he signed after Slot gets sacked. You know, that's it, remember he's eyeing Eddie Howe, not me. Just for the record, I just want to let people know that. Because I know the video is going to come out where Eddie Howe gets signed by Liverpool, no, and Lala's going to be like,
told you. But
exactly.
nahi yaar, Slot is going nowhere in my opinion. And if someone thinks na ki Klopp is going to come back, I guarantee you he's not going to come back.
Bro,
I
if
guar-
Klopp comes back, no, I'm going to be pissed, dude. I'm going to
I
be really
guarantee.
angry.
Bhai, I can guarantee you Nathan Klopp is not going to come back because primary reason, not because Klopp ka kya personal point of view, because the guy who is running the show right now for Liverpool, they don't see eye to eye that much. Edwards and Klopp, they have these ideologies, but they have tad bit different ideologies, and there are reports as well. Edwards left because Klopp shifted to some other transfer ideas, and that's how we bought Darwin Nunes, or that's how we bought Gakpo. So Klopp is not going to come, and yeah, this is a fact. Never go back to your ex, no matter what. कितनी सुंदर ex तुम्हारी वो थी बंदी. Never go back to your ex. It's not going to end in a good way. ठीक है. And
love these analogies, वैसे.
thank you. And I personally feel if someone can fix this right now, is this guy only. Genuinely speaking, a lot of Liverpool fans are saying that we don't see a pattern of play. We don't see how he wants to play. I call me delusional, but I personally see how he wants us to play. It's just that right now maybe we don't have that personnel, or it's not clicking for us. Simple as that. जो लोग बोलते हैं ना, we need time to settle in. Sunderland bought so many players. They are second. So that's bullshit in my opinion. ठीक है. अगर तुम्हें time settle in देना था, don't start them. As simple as that. Klopp used to do the same. Robertson, I still remember jokes बनते थे. Bring him out from his basement करके ऐसा कोई jokes बनता था for Robertson, Fabinho. They didn't start for like 3-4 months पहले season के, from what I remember. They Klopp gave those players their time, to be honest. And यार ये दुबे भाई ये this is not banter.
I don't think I don't I
This is not a
honestly
banter
don't
वाला question.
I honestly don't think he's bantering. I honestly think he isn't he not asking a serious question, because even I would like to know that.
मुझे नहीं पता because the at the speed which Dubey bhai is slating Slot या Liverpool ना, अब I'm not able to differentiate. Is he asking a serious question, or is
नहीं,
just
there is
I
a
think it's a fair question
backdoor
though.
secret agenda that he is
हाँ हाँ वो
trying to give
एजेंडा चला हुआ है उनका.
momentum to.
Instagram जाके देखो आप, you will realize that he has
हमने
an
देखा
agenda.
है. I have seen it all.
यार
Fair
wrong
enough. I
decision
thought
तो नहीं था. Come on, यार, you can't say that for a player that gift wrapped ACL. But जितना time he was playing against Southampton on that day, he was bossing the backline. भाई अगर वो आज player होता ना, I guarantee you, अगर उसको ACL नहीं हुआ होता, he would have been playing alongside Van Dijk right now. He was that good. I'm telling you, he was that good on that day. And it showed. वो बात नहीं कि it was Southampton. The way he was commanding his backline. He was telling Gomez कि भाई उधर जा, do that, do this. A 17-year-old guy telling Gomez to do कि भाई ये command दे रहा था उसको. Konza needed a change. Konza was not good enough the last year he played for us. He needed a change, and right now he's doing good at Leverkusen. We still have a agreement in place. Even after 2 years, we can go back to Leverkusen and buy him for 50 million. I think it'll still be a very good deal. It's
I
not
thought I
recruitment is not the issue. Recruitment is genuinely not the issue right now. The issue is अगर Arsenal आती है हमें खेलने the next day, if United comes in, the manager will tell, pick your choice. Do you want to press Bradley? Do you want to press Konate? Do you want to press Kirkes or Robertson? Everyone is shit on the ball right now. They are not progressing the ball. Last year सब बोल रहे हैं ना, last year हम क्यों अच्छा कर पाए? Our midfield was compact. Sobo, McAllister, and Gravenberch used to block the midfield, right? अरे यार कौन? So they were not good enough spaces in the midfield, right? And from the back line, Hamara Trent used to do that ball progression. When Trent used to go up, Konate used to defend that channel. So Konate ko on the ball duties were very less. And we saw Robertson suffered last year for us, right? Now, Abhi Karkes, he is renowned for going up and down the pitch, right? Abhi hum usko bol rahe, you have to be the third center back, which he is not used to. That is unfair on him as well, right? And at the same time, Bradley is not good at progressing the ball how Trent used to do for us. Up Words aa gaya hai in that central position that fucks up Soboslai's position. But because of Words, we want that creativity. He's such a floater that midfield mein spaces are opened up very much. This is the reason he's playing Soboslai in right back, because he needs progression from right back as well. कि बैक लाइन से बॉल तो कोई आगे लेके आए कि आगे कुछ हो पाए, बिकॉज मैकेलिस्टर इज ऑल्सो नॉट एबल टू डू एनीथिंग राइट नाउ. इट्स यहाँ पे इट्स नॉट एनी वन सिंगल थिंग, इट्स अ लॉट ऑफ स्मॉल थिंग्स. गैक्पो स्टैटिक वहां पे. गैक्पो को मैंने कभी इन बिहाइंड रन बनाते हुए देखा ही नहीं होगा द वे डियाज यूज्ड टू डू फॉर अस. वो एक इशू हो गया. मैकेलिस्टर नॉट बीइंग इन द फॉर्म एक इशू हो गया. बैकलाइन में ट्रेंट इज नॉट देयर तो नो वन इज एबल टू प्रोग्रेस द बॉल, वो इशू हो गया. दैट इज द रीजन Soboslai is playing that role. तो देयर आर अ लॉट ऑफ स्मॉल इश्यूज, उसकी वजह से एक बहुत बड़ा इशू क्रिएट हो गया. दिस इज व्हाई everyone is saying that Frankfurt बकवास टीम था. बट देयर इज दिस वन थिंग. अगर यहाँ पे if I ask Nathan, even if you won against Brighton 1-0 for example, but you saw a pattern of play, you saw a proper formation, how we want to play, how are we approaching the game, and suppose Brighton is a very fuck all team, right? I agree. Same happened with us Frankfurt wale game. The team is not good enough, but that team has still scored 18 fucking goals till now. Even if they have conceded 19, but they have scored 18, right? We can't disregard that fact as well. ठीक है, हम जैसे भी जीते, but I saw a structure in my team. Even if it was 4-4-2 or 4-2-2, I saw a structure in my team how we want to build up the game for us. That and cohesiveness दिख रहा था उस मैच में. So that worked for us. Right now, if playing mid block is working for us, do it. Build on your team one step at a time. क्यों एक ही बारे में you have to be at the final position? नहीं हो सकता ना कभी कभी. Take it one step at a time. This is what frustrated me Brentford के मैच में. I thought he will do what he did against Frankfurt. नहीं, but he did what he did against Man United. This is the reason we lost. अरे यार, I love Henderson यार. Henderson bully कर रहा था हमारी midfield को यार.
Oh, I forgot to troll you on that. Oh, you reminded me. Thank you. Henderson
right now
in big 2025.
Right now it's like अगर कुछ भी गलत जा रहा है ना, every Liverpool fan is thinking the worst right now. Kevin Skada scored that goal. Mama Dashwali is shit. But वो नहीं कोई देख रहा कि मामा डाशवली ने उसके बाद 2 ब्लाइंडर ऑफ सेव मारे. No one is disregard. वो कोई क्रेडिट दे ही नहीं रहा उस चीज को. Chelsea match, he saved 2 great shots. किसी ने वो रिगार्ड दिया ही नहीं उस चीज को. हाँ यार, वहां पे किएजा पे तो I clearly think he is jealous of his hair. He genuinely jealous of his hair.
I am not starting. I don't understand it. What is it with these managers these days, bro? Like who gets a well-renowned left back and then wants him to play third center back? Like what is this obsession with trying to make everything a thing nowadays? Playing from the back is dying. Even Pep is like given up on it. He's just bought Donnarumma. Like people are throwing long balls, people are kicking it long, and here we have people being played out of position by certain managers. Someone asking people to do roles they've never done in their career. Like what is this thing? Yeah,
यार आप खुद बताओ, Nathan and Soboslai being the best midfielder for Liverpool this season till now. ही इज गेटिंग वेस्टेड एट राइट बैक. ब्रेंटफोर्ड वाले मैच में सी मैं तो कुछ भी नहीं हूं. आई एम नॉट अ एनालिस्ट, आई एम नॉट अ फुटबॉल एक्सपर्ट, मैं कोई कोच नहीं हूं. My understanding was Curtis Jones agar injured hua hai, you have to play now McAllister and Soboslai in that midfield pivot and put Gomez at the right way. भाई but that son of a gun brought Rio and Gumia pitch पे and उसके बाद सोबो को डाल दिया राइट बैक पे. The frustration on Sobo's face was wild भाई कि मैं कुछ कितना इफेक्ट कर लेगा वो गेम राइट बैक पोजीशन से यार. अभी इट्स लाइक इट हैपेंड विद क्लॉप एज वेल फ्यू इयर्स बैक जब वो 4-5 गेम में लगातार हारा था. whatever he was saying was कि भाई तू ये बोल क्यों रहा है, this is not you, this is what happened. एक गलती आप करते हो ना, फिर that leads to the another leads to the another mistake. This is what is happening right now with Arne Slot as well. He's not stupid भाई. अगर कोई मेरे को आके बोलेगा he's stupid, last year तक everyone was giving him credit by he took that team, what a transition job, he tweaked these players, title जितवा दिया. Right now because of Klopp ये title जीत गए. नहीं यार, that's not how it works. मतलब आप बोल रहे हो कि उसने
I don't know what is this about, dude. I need some context.
अरे पता नहीं ये मिस्टेक या कोई था. ही सेड दैट पता नहीं बेन जेकब्स के रिलेटेड दे सेड समथिंग एंड आई सेड बेन जेकब्स भोसड़ी वाला कुछ तो मैंने फ्रस्ट्रेशन में आई सेड इट एंड आई सेड इट लाइक बेन जेकब्स gave credible news only this season यार. Last
Bro, he's been so good this season. He's
this
been
season he
so good
has
this
been
season.
really good but till the last season कुत्ता नहीं पूछता था उसको यार.
Bro, listen, Destroyer is making a great point. He's saying, Nathan, tell me you feel this too. Everything Lala says about Liverpool feels like Manchester United in the season 10 got act. Bro, I'll tell you what. I know people make the joke and all that, right? He's won a Premier League in the first season. This fellow got sacked in his second. I have to say, though, that he actually makes a great point. All the things you're actually saying is all the things we actually said when Ten Hag got sacked. The funny thing is, someone mentioned here, and it was great. Ten Hag bought a lot of players in his second season and then finished eighth. And remember, I was having this discussion with you. I even asked Nidhi when we were doing a little bit of a preview. Do you think he's one of those managers when you have too many options, it actually ends up being worse for you than better? And I'm starting to think these Dutch managers are so used to having limited resources. It's a very good attribute, by the way. If you can make the most out of little, like Thomas Frank did, for example. I'm starting to wonder that the embarrassment of riches could
You know
be
what I
actually the
feel is
downfall of a
I
Dutch manager.
I don't agree right now. And you also Nathan, तू तो चैनल पे उस दिन शायद से कल ही था परसों जब वो ब्रेंटफोर्ड वाला मैच था. I said it. If he finishes out of top four, then I can talk about sacking him. Till that time, मैं इतना I know even if the patch is going bad right now, I don't want to be that reactionary. If a guy has won me the Premier League, I'm ready to give him the whole season, and he deserves that much here at least, right? But right
Yeah.
now, what I feel is Arne Slot now, he needs to grow some balls of steel, to be honest. Because he's being कहते हैं ना, he's at the crossroads of past and future. He has bought two strikers, Isak and Ekitike, but he's not ready to bench Salah. Salah is the past. Let's be very honest about it. Past, what I mean to say is, eventually he will leave the club, right? So he has to make a decision right now. If Salah, Isak or Gakpo or Salah, Ekitike, Gakpo is not working now, I have to try Ekitike and Isak up top, and he's trying that on and off. जब Isak injured नहीं था. If that is working, then you have to eventually drop Salah or play him last 30 minutes, last 40 minutes. If that what it takes to get into that cohesiveness or win the games, fine with it, bhai. Because eventually, I love Salah. Everyone knows मैं कितना defend करता हूँ, but you have to win football games at the end of the day as well, right? I think he is at that crossroads as well. So he
इस
has a
चीज से आई
lot of
विल कंप्लीटली
potential.
एग्री.
He has a
आई
lot of
थिंक आप साला को
potential.
आप जो नए प्लेयर्स लाए हो ना, आप घुसा दो उनको. एंड जो whatever is not working, just get them out until
He has
the time comes where they prove themselves any differently.
See, but the counter to that, KV, is what I told Nidhi Bhai and what I told Lala. I thought only Virgil was going to stay. That is honestly my opinion. I gave my reasoning. I thought it was fair reasoning. The thing is, the thing I don't understand. I said it so many times on Lala's channel. Now I feel like I'm on repeat. when you have notoriously stringent owners and they're willing to spend the money for you, why are you trying to shoehorn players? You should have let Salah go. What was the
Mm.
vision when Salah decided to stay? You're spending 260 million on two
I think
players. Are you
I think
mad?
the biggest reason would be, see, Luis Diaz wanted to leave. Okay, let's start it from there. Luis Diaz wanted to leave, and we
Yeah.
got a damn good deal on that guy. And I still believe that we had to replace him, and we didn't. That was stupid. We had to buy QE. I still remember deadline day stream में मैंने बोला था not getting QE would be a grave mistake because that is the guy who's good on ball. अगर आज QE होता, maybe 30 to 40% of the problems in the backline wouldn't be there. Simple as that.
100%.
But I think the plan of keeping Salah and Van Dijk for one more year was to at least keep that winning core, at least to keep that experienced players in the dressing room.
Mm-hmm.
जो नए players आएंगे, at least they'll be in that environment, see what exactly happened and how we won. वो एक होता है ना कि you have to keep them for at least one more year and then slowly phase them out. I think that was I personally feel that was the idea. And right
No,
now,
no, I think you're right. But my pushback is exactly the question I asked you now. What is he thinking when the stringent owners finally give you money? You're spending 260 million on two players when you could have gotten really good four players for 260 million. If you're going to shoehorn Salah, make
yeah,
him something he's
I'll ask
not. It's
I'll ask
really
you
tough.
one more thing. ठीक है, we wanted Isak all along. ठीक है, let's just talk about attacking lineup. We bought Isak and Ekitike for almost 200 kuch. ठीक है. You give me four good names who could have played in that lineup and who were available in that summer window.
Okay, so before I answer your question, I have to just preface this because yesterday someone told me the same thing. I'll tell them. The first thing we make a mistake, the one mistake I believe we make, especially United fans, is not acknowledging no that our entire squad was not superstars when we were dominant. That is the one mistake we make consistently because people forget. People do not realize how good, not world class, Darren Fletcher and Anderson were. They don't understand. They're legends for us. They'll always be legends for us. You can't take it away from them. But I'm talking about type, quality, level of player.
No,
So when you
I understand. You give me.
no, I'm just prefacing that
No, 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 वो
by
मैं समझ
telling that.
गया था.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I honestly cannot answer your question because I have to actually think about it, which will obviously stall this conversation. If you want, when I'm on your channel next, I'll think about it and I will give you an answer for sure.
Do that. क्योंकि
Okay. But what I will
at
say
that
is
time, a
you could
lot of
have got
no, a lot of
got
people said
any
that.
winger. You could have gotten a winger and a striker for cheaper.
For example, give me a winger.
I honestly don't think you should have bought Ekitike and Isaac. Now it's
Fair.
funny because Newcastle didn't,
No, fair. But I wanted a good left winger. ठीक है, when Diaz left, I wanted, even if it takes selling Gakpo and buying an elite left winger, do it. क्योंकि Ekitike आ चुका है, he can do shifts there, but buy an elite left winger. But कौन available था? Rodrigo. He didn't wanted to go out from Madrid. Barcola, PSG gave him a contract.
I have one name. I have one name that you have been linked to.
अब तू बोलेगा बेंचो Anthony Gordon.
No, yeah. Ishan's not here. Don't make fun of him. Stop it.
Give me the name.
You have been linked to them. I don't know if you remember, but you were linked to him when he played at Watford. He's actually been playing really well this season. No, but you have been linked to him, bro. You have been linked. Fair is fair, no?
Ismail Sarr.
Were you not linked to him?
We were
Am I
linked to
saying
him
it?
6 years back.
But if you don't have a choice, something is better than nothing. No, this is why I prefaced it by saying everybody can't be world class. That is why I said that. Now I'll give you another example. Leave that, forget that one. A utility play on the front three that I personally like that also Liverpool was linked to. Jared Bowen. West Ham are struggling. They would have easily sold him to you. Is he as good as Salah? Of course not, dude. Of course not. But when you look at it now, you might think maybe we should have gotten.
You know what? Who would I have taken? अगर हम Ekitike नहीं लाते, I would have happily bought Mohamed Kudus. He could have played left, he could have played right, he could have played central. That signing would have made a lot of sense to me. But right now, वही है ना, KV bhai, I'm asking you, buying Jared Bowen or buying Ismail Sarr, it would have been a significant drop in our attacking lineup. right? Even if they are multi-utility players, quality players, but अगर हमें UCL जीतना है, if we have to buy, if we have to win a Premier League, you can't win a Premier League with an Ismail Sarr, और मैं तो अभी भी बोलता हूँ Gakpo. I don't think so we can buy a win a Premier League with Gakpo in our attacking lineup. If we had to
I
win a
don't
Premier League
see
or
Ismail Sarr as someone who would weaken your attack. I feel कि
Yeah,
if मान लेते हैं you
that's
if you have the players that you have and you need Sarr to even come for the bench for a certain period of time, I don't see that that is a मतलब क्वालिटी गिर रही है. मैंने ये नहीं
third
मानूंगा. मैं
period of
मानूंगा
time
कि
ना, वही तो इशू है केवी भाई, वहां वो खेलता है रेगुलरली. Would have been okay with playing 60 आखिरी के 60 वो सॉरी बोल रहा 30
he
minutes
would be
40 minutes.
okay playing in the Champions League with a better guarantee of winning trophies. मतलब वही है ना अब
For me, if you
प्लेयर
ask me, na,
जैसे
there
आपने
were
लिए
only
हैं
2 or 3 players left
आप
wing पे.
नहीं the thing is that you bought in massive names having already being the Premier League champions ठीक है so this team has already won the Premier League अब now you've bought in like heavier guns जिसे कहते हैं ना अब आपको समझ में नहीं आ रहा अब मैं उन्हीं लोगों को खिलाऊं जिस तरीके से मैं लास्ट सीजन जीता था कैसे खिलाऊं हाउ डू आई इंटीग्रेट द ओल्ड स्क्वाड विद द न्यू स्क्वाड बिकॉज द न्यू प्लेयर्स दैट हैव कम ये अभी वर्ड्स वो अपने आप को एक्सप्रेस नहीं कर पा रहा है फील इन द सेंटर ऑफ द
उसको
पिच
वही तो
बिकॉज
बात है ना, उसको वो सिक्योरिटी ही नहीं मिल रही है बैकलाइन में. उसको हमेशा रहता है कि भाई अगर इफ आई लूज द बॉल काउंटर है, यहाँ पे डिफेंड कर ही नहीं पाएंगे. एंड लेवरक्यूजन में दैट सिक्योरिटी ग्रेनिट जाका एंड एंड्रिक यूज्ड टू गिव टू हिम. दैट इज द रीजन ही यूज्ड टू बी सो गुड भाई. एंड अगर केवी भाई आई एम टेलिंग यू, आप जाके फ्रैंकफर्ट वाला हाइलाइट्स देखो, you will see why Wirtz gave those 2 assists. Curtis and Sobo, they were just sitting back. किसी ने आगे नहीं आए and they were just giving those deep line play making passes, sitting back,
ओके
and Wirtz was giving his influence. सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम है कि
एंड
साला
आई अनदर रीजन आई फील कि
मैकलिस्टर क्यों आउट ऑफ फॉर्म चले गया, मेरे को तो समझ नहीं आ रहा है.
that is a big miss and I don't think your fullbacks have added any advantage either. I mean, वो भी
but
it's
bro, how is he supposed to had no an advantage? That's what I'm saying. This is how you can call slot into question. Yeah, everyone is like, oh, he's won a league. You have to give him time. That is not the point. The point is the utilization of the
Exactly.
again embarrassment of riches. Can he deal with the embarrassment of riches? I'm telling you right now, these Dutch managers don't. Ten Hag went to Leverkusen, got Konza, got what he want. He didn't last 3 weeks. Bro, I don't know. It feels like a theme. Honestly, genuinely feels like a theme. Because they're so used to small squads. They're so used to promoting youth. It feels like they do struggle when they have an embarrassment. Bro, for the Northwest Derby, there was 230 million on the bench, dude. Even I told Lala, even Pep wouldn't do that, yeah. Even Pep wouldn't do that with his roulette he plays, with which players start. Even Pep wouldn't do that, yeah. And I'm like thinking to myself, this could be a good point. Maybe they just cannot deal with the fact that you have that many good players in your squad. It's a problem. It's a real. That's why I admire Carlo Ancelotti, bro. Carlo Ancelotti went from Everton to Real Madrid. That is called management of talent.
मैं तो
Real
मैं
management
बोलता
of
हूँ,
talent.
if he finishes out of top 4, then I'll talk about Sack. But till now, see,
Sack is the
that only at that point of time I'll talk about Sack. But right now, I still believe he's not 100% sure about his lineup. Ki this is how I want to play these guys. ये lineup में, I'm not 100% sure, and this shows that he plays Sobo at the right back. He plays. Initially, अगर आपको याद हो, season started, Wirtz was at the left wing वाला area. Now, from past 3 matches, he has shifted onto the right side because Gakpo is not giving that much of the support as well. And he called out before Brentford's press conference कि Gakpo is not helping Kerkez as well. अगर Kerkez overlapping run बनाते, Gakpo is not complimenting him as well. So he knows what. अब everyone was mocking him. वो जो उसने long balls का comment मारा था, किसी ने पूरा video देखा ही नहीं. He said that teams have found out how to play against us because be it Arsenal, be it United, everyone knows that Konate and Van Dijk first ball तो ये win कर ही लेंगे. They are good at winning their headers. But second ball, We have to win it, and this is the reason United were good, because United crowded the midfield and they won the second balls, and we were not good at that. So he has seen कि भाई, at least I am happy about that fact is he's not delusional like Ten Hag कि भाई हाँ trust the process या वो है ऐसा है मैं कर दूंगा वो कर. At least he's addressing भाई this is the issue, I am working on it, it might take time but I am working on it. At least आके कुछ मुझको गैस लाइटिंग वाली बातें तो नहीं बोल रहा है. At least Brentford के मैच के बाद he said that this is the worst. This is the worst I have seen my team play, and this is not how we play. And I know I have issues in my team, and I am working on it. At least he's addressing it. अब वो कर पाएगा कि नहीं, उसको चेंज कर पाएगा कि नहीं, that is altogether a different thing. But at least this is a start which I see. कि at least my manager is not being in denial about the issues in the team right now.
I agree.
अब कोई
But
बोल
the
रहा है
problem,
that it's
but the problem
That's
is, he's not,
Hmm.
he's not. I agree. But the problem, I think, is that he is being delusional in how he plays his players. I think that you have, bro.
नहीं,
Kirkes is no
I
third
agree.
center back, bro. That's
He's
I
not.
don't know how else to say it.
He's
no
not.
third
He's
center.
not. I agree. वहां पे गलतियां हैं. I agree. And सबसे ज्यादा तो Nathan, you know, I've been calling out a lot of things
Yeah.
about him from past 4 weeks. I've not been in denial about that as well. अगर कोई आगे बोलेगा Van Dijk और डिफेंडिंग करता है, भाई लेजेंड्स ऑफ द गेम ने आके बोला है ना कि Van Dijk is the best center back we have ever seen. तो भाई या फिर वो चूतिया या फिर आप चूतिया हो. Simple as
No,
that.
but I will say this, dude. I'm so glad you said that because Van der Sar set me on fire the other day, dude. It was before the season began. He had to choose which, either or goalkeeper, and he chose Onana over De Gea. And
Oh
bro,
yeah,
when I
I
heard that,
heard about this.
when I heard that, I'm like, you can't trust any of them anymore, bro. You can't trust any,
Hmm.
bro. You know why? But do you know why he picked Onana? You know the
No,
backstory,
no.
right? He was in charge of the youth
No, I
in
just.
Ajax.
Oh,
Personal
okay.
That's
bias.
how I know he chose, bro. I got so angry. I was shaking, dude. My Champions League winning goalkeeper's telling me this clown is better than De Gea, dude. I was shaking in anger, dude. Shaking. I couldn't believe it, bro. I was like, what's going on here, man? This is too much now. It's too much to hear this nonsense. I'll let Lala answer this before we, of course.
Isak playing after 30.
Yeah.
After 30 are big concerns with Newcastle. They are valuing him 70, 80. They never valued him at 70, 80 million. They always valued him around 150 and we got him around 120, 130. भाई एक
I
चीज
wouldn't
अगर हमारी
I
टीम
wouldn't pay over 100, bro. I told Lala I wouldn't pay over
this
100.
is
This
this is
guy,
the
no.
reason Nathan this is the reason लिवरपूल का पहला बिड ही 100 मिलियन का था या 110 मिलियन का था upfront cash, because they also valued him around that time, that amount. But it's just that we wanted him that badly. It's like how we wanted Van Dijk. We were ready to wait 6 months and we went under embarrassment twice. स्पर्स ने स्पैंक किया था, लिटरली स्पैंक किया था उस 6 महीने में हमको. सिटी स्पैंक्ड अस, बट व्हेन वी बॉट वैन डाइक, टिल नाउ कितने साल हो गए हैं, वी वर डैम सिक्योर्ड इन द बैकलाइन. ये लोग कितना भी आके बोले वैन डाइक ये वैन डाइक क्यों, आई हैव पर्सनली सीन भाई, I have been through the eras of Dejan Lovren and Martin Skrtel, ठीक है, and I have seen
I thought Skirtle was okay.
Skrtel was a warrior, but again I have seen कि वो defending क्या करता था क्या नहीं
Oh,
करता था.
love. You remember those famous words, no? When they reach the final, I am the best center back in the world. I was like, yo, you're going to get trolled now for the rest of the
But
season. I was like,
मेरे को
yes,
लॉवरेन
Lovren,
का
thank
भी
you.
सबसे अच्छी चीज पता क्या लगती थी. I always knew that he's an average defender, but that guy used to give 1000% for
Yeah,
the.
no doubt.
And पता है
That is
कभी कभी you want that from your players. Even if you are an average player, you know that you are an average player, but you are ready to give your 1000%. And as a fan, I appreciate that, bhai.
Of course.
Like right now, if you talk about Wirtz or Ekitike or Isak or Kirkes, Frimpong, कोई भी नया signing, even if they think that ना कि यार हम तो अपना 100% दे रहे हैं and we are good, नहीं भाई, if I am Florian Wirtz or Ekitike right now and I am seeing that my team is not doing good right now, भाई I will give my 200% to make sure कि मैं एक result निकालने में help करूं. I want extra from my players as well. If I am criticizing my manager, now I'll criticize the players as well.
Of course, for sure, no doubt. Listen, dudes, I love this recommendation. Are you interested in Tyrell Malasa? Before you react, relax. Just want to give you some backstory. The Feyenoord boys, dude. Like Wood and Daichi, dude. Slot and Malasia. The match made in defensive heaven, dude. Yeah, and you'll get him for a discount even. You can, as long as you pay for the
Arsenal,
taxi fare. As long as you pay for the taxi fare, no, you can
Arsenal,
have him.
Arsenal is good at buying those kind of players, bhai.
नहीं,
No, they
हमें
have
कोई नहीं
they
चाहिए अभी.
they
We have
learned they
no
learned
one
they learned
actually.
from Zinchenko, hopefully, dude. Let's just leave it at that. They have learned from Zinchenko.
भाई
हाँ.
VVD की पार्टनरशिप जाके देखो क्या थी भाई. They were something else.
No, he's talking about the amount of goals conceded average. Ours is like less than one when they were partnering together. That I think that's what he's talking about.
VVD and
If I
peak
remember correctly.
Gomez, when Gomez used to be fit, भाई
Yeah.
वो हाफ लाइन से चेस कर लेते. आई स्टिल रिमेम्बर चेल्सी का मैच था एंड चेल्सी वर
I
ऑन
think
काउंटर.
that is the effort that is missing आजकल के
Exactly,
center backs में in Liverpool.
exactly,
That initiative जो लेते हैं players at times it seems absent. It seems हड़बड़ाहट बहुत ज़्यादा है.
exactly.
So
And you know, I give you मेरे को अपनी टीम पे गुस्सा क्यों आता है? If you remember वो the hard working midfield which we had, Henderson, Wijnaldum, Milner. Why we used to love it? Because they used to give their 100% every single match. And right now, no one is giving that. No one is giving that. This is a
I
harsh
think
fact.
वो decision making capability players से ले ली गई है. And it just feels that because if I saw the Liverpool of old, if I saw Liverpool last season, the players were taking decisions on the pitch. ठीक है, like Slot wasn't as much he was in control, but the players were more in control in the sense कि pitch पे क्या हो रहा है, like he'll send in reinforcements, he'll take players out, he'll send players in. But the leadership and the initiative from players was visible for all to see. And this season, it just seems. Abhi, I just saw Van Dijk post-match press conference. Nahi, his interview I saw. It seems like Van Dijk he feels upset. I haven't.
Yeah.
I'm used to seeing the Van Dijk who is like, यहाँ क्या है? नहीं छाती चौड़ी करके यहाँ ठीक है कोई बात नहीं हार गए एक मैच तो क्या हो गया अगला जीत जाएंगे. But this time I saw him like bobbing his head and ऐसे ऐसे and body language बहुत कुछ बता देती है. तो it just feels that कुछ तो गड़बड़ है. I think कि एक
I
बार
think he has been aura farming though, KV. This season
From
he's been
past 4 matches, yes.
Yeah, I think honestly, I know people are making a joke, but it does feel like he's living a bit off of his aura at the moment. Honestly, I have to admit, I told Lala the same thing that someone else told me on another stream in a super chat. There is this still where Van Dijk's the only one in the back four. No, the still is like the Van
Yeah,
Dijk's
but
the only one.
Nathan,
Everyone's in front
at
of him.
top athletes के लिए people call it aura. It's actually it's a demonstration of confidence. Like
Yeah,
जितने भी top athletes होते हैं ना,
yeah,
when
yeah, of
they're in
course,
top form,
of course.
the aura comes automatically. वो अपने आप में like they just move confidently. They play confidently. They do whatever they do. They do it with confidence, and they don't second guess themselves. कि हाँ देखा जाएगा like when
Yeah, for
Van Dijk
sure.
plays against when he plays for Netherlands,
Yeah.
he has to play against France, Spain, whatever. तो उधर देखा जाएगा, we'll take care of them, whatever the thing is. So, but now जैसे वो जब you feel a little bit deflated, and that has a huge impact mentally and physically on your performance. And this is true with every single athlete.
Okay, I'll just answer these two and then we'll move on quickly to KV.
I gotta go.
Amay is asking,
Calls.
Amay, no, this is for you, buddy. This is for you. Then, if you want, you can bounce it.
Bhai, Jan. I would say I need 2 center backs in Jan, I would say. Because you
Chal,
only.
yaar. Chal. Bas. Enough now. You and your transfer aura farming of yours, no? I'm fed up of you also now.
Okay, bye.
Need a good right
Bye,
back
man.
and two
No,
center
no, no,
backs?
no. नहीं, right back तो है. Right back है. I'm good with right back for now.
Chal, dude. You let me know if you want me to join if you're doing anything later. Take care,
Take care.
man. Thank
Bye.
you for joining. Do drop a like, guys, for Kick It with Lala. Kicking it with Lala, please. Thank you. Support the channel, so we should also support the channels and KV as well, of course. Bring back us from loan. I don't think it's going to happen, Astik, to be honest with you. Okay, come on, George Graham. It's your turn now. I'm going to strip some of your aura off today, dude. because I'm fed up of these 1-0
There's
set piece goals, bro. And
no, 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 no,
before
no.
you do your whole,
See,
before you do the whole, the game is the game. No, I'm not buying that crap first of all, okay? Because I have some issues
what?
with you. I have some issues with you, and I'm going to explain my issues with you. How about that? Let's be
Please.
fair. Instead of make trolling you
Okay.
first, no, I'm going to explain it first. How about that?
Mm.
There
Okay.
was there was a time there was a time in the 1980s. You must have been about 5 6 back then, so you'll remember it. When George Graham was the Arsenal manager, and there was a famous
Mm-hmm.
song 1-0 to the Arsenal. I'm sure you've heard it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe you
Yeah,
hear
yeah.
it a couple of days ago. When who knows? But
Many times.
when people get angry and say y'all are set piece FC, everyone goes, it is not true. I have to say that those people are very correct. And it's not because y'all can't score. It is because y'all score from set pieces regularly. And sometimes in these 1-0 wins, that is the difference. And people want to deny it, saying we have many chances. Bro, every team, every game, we have talked about 7 games today. Every team's got chances, bro. Like it's not like nobody else has chances when they play football games.
Yeah.
But the percentage has to be spoken about. All this flair, all this money on the pitch, all these whatever you want to call it, aura farmers, whatever the hell people want to call it. The constant, the only constant has been from at least the last 18 months is the fact that you all will score an set piece goal is the most unlikeliest outcome, even if you were a better. So now you tell me, with all this money Arteta spent, do you think relying on set pieces to get you through? Because let's be honest, it's a simple 1-0. Crystal Palace is a very tough team. I'm not taking any. I thought Arsenal were going to win 2-1. I think I even told you it was going to be a very tough game. I couldn't pick a Palace win, to be honest with you, but I wouldn't be surprised if they scrape through, which they obviously did not. They could have scraped through with points, but they did not because of the set piece goal. The goal that occurred stemmed from a set piece. Gabriel headed it back, obviously, and then Eze obviously kind of standing scissor kicks it over Mateta's head. I think if the ear guard was on, it would have been blocked, but that is different aura. He's lost some of that aura now, the ear guard Mateta. So I think, in my opinion, you're winning, you're top of the league, all dues given, best defense in the league, all dues given. But if you take into account how much money you spent, surely this is a level of not acceptable. Because to me, I don't think this is a sustainable way to win the league. Win the league, yeah, not win games, win the league. What are your thoughts?
That's a little bit of it's kind of confusing because to win the league, you need to win games. And to win
No, no,
games,
I'm talking
you need to
about
make sure
these
that you
these
grind out.
specific game. Yeah, but
ठीक है,
but
okay.
you shouldn't be
Okay.
grinding out. No, no, okay, because you
Last
said grind
season,
out. Let me be
huh,
more clear. You shouldn't be
mhm,
grinding out based on how much you have spent. Does that
fair
make
enough.
more sense? Okay, okay.
How do we, considering that everyone is going to play a low block against us in their own half, how can we rely on scoring goals from open play every single time? We have already seen last season. You know what? This season, people said handbrake is on. He needs to start attacking. I feel the handbrake was on last season. I feel we don't do set piece FC enough. I mean, now we're actually doing it each and every single time from throw-ins. The you can see the routine from throw-ins, from long throws to corners to free kicks, and each and every single time it is not my responsibility. uh, uh, like it is the opposition's responsibility to defend
Yeah,
those set pieces. Once the ball is
yeah,
played, the ball is open. Now it is a part of football each and every single time. Now someone has figured out a way to convert results, and you know what, it doesn't even look bad because it's not like when we're not taking corners or free kicks or throw-ins, it's not like we're sitting in our box. It's not like we're just kicking the ball out of play, trying to get a set piece each and every single time. It's not like we're looking to get it. We are trying to score from open play. Now in football, what happens each and every single time is, why do these set pieces even exist? Because if the opposition got the ball, they would just kick the ball out, and the ball would just go out of play. So it is an advantage. It is an advantage, and how do you efficiently make use of this advantage is up to you. Now, if you just take a short throw in, right, and you pass
before
the
you
ball around,
continue, there is a little bit of a
right?
counter because you said open play goals. This was
Hmm.
put earlier, but I didn't say favorite it sadly, but it's been written again. You are currently 17th in open play goals. So when you say try to score goals from open play, I suppose people are saying there is an emphasis to try and win as many corners and free kicks to get the set piece advantages you speak of. Would you think that's
Okay,
fair?
so let's say we take a shot from outside the box, right? We create a chance. We're almost at a tap and goal. Keeper makes the save. Ball goes out for a corner. Now should I just like, oh, no, I can't score from this corner. It's too embarrassing for me. You just take a goal kick. We can't do that, right? We are going to try and convert those chances, but it would seem that we are better at making spaces during our corner routine. Now we do have that Nicholas Yover, who is our set piece coach. I think Arteta has employed him for the reason that if we cannot score from open play, we better fucking score from the set piece that we get, because we are going to create chances, right? If the conversion rate is not up to the mark, like I would like to take Manchester City's example. Yesterday, Manchester City created a brilliant move against Aston Villa in the second half of the game. Towards the end of the game, Erling Haaland had clear chance from open play, right? He missed. Martinez saved that shot. Could they convert from the corner? No, they could not. See, but if that ball had gone out for a corner for Arsenal, there would be a lot of hope. Like we can still convert, right? So if you're not being able to convert from open play, better make sure that we have a routine, a fail safe, if you should call it, that we might as well just and at the end of the day, you know what, Arsenal does create a lot of chances. We created chances against Nottingham Forest. We created chances against Newcastle United at St James's Park. We weren't sitting in our box. We weren't hoping for corners. We just got them. We could have gone like, okay, Leandro Trossard hit the post as a shot above the crossbar, and there are other fixtures as well where I can count like countless times where we have tried to create chances. Against Leeds, they were playing a low block the entire first half. Once we scored against them, they were forced outside. And once they were forced outside, then we could actually manipulate the space that they were creating in the back. So there are, like, you know what, I famously keep telling everybody that I don't understand tactics when they're read to me on a chart, right? I don't understand what's going on. But when I see the game, all I am seeing is players' movements, the pockets of spaces that they are creating, off the ball runs, and who is the player I identify as the player who is influencing the game the most. At Arsenal, we have tremendous amounts. We have lots of creative players. We have Eze, we have Zubimendi, we have Rice. Although Rice, I would just feel he's more box to box, but Zubimendi is the kind of guy who can send those pinpoint accurate passes inside the box, and you can head your way to a victory. But at the end of the day, uh, Arsenal's defense, the way they provide confidence to the attack. Like once, if like the game against Crystal Palace, I was wondering, this could be a real test for us at home or away. Crystal Palace have the players who can really open up your defense, and they had. In fact, Arsenal are not playing defensive fullbacks anymore. We're not. We're playing attacking fullbacks, and we're not having them wide on the pitch. We bought them in narrow, both Calafiori and Urian Timber. Urian Timber, again, absolutely fantastic. Each and every single game, he's outperforming last season. And what this has done is we allow opposition to attack. You want to take the ball across, take the ball across. You want to take it wide, take it wide. We will defend narrow, and we will create our chances from there. Pehle kya hota tha? We used to play wide fullbacks, and then we used to have those inverted fullbacks coming in. Now it's just two at the back, and there are two inverted fullbacks, and then Declan Rice and Zubimendi are playing as double pivots. Double pivot वही मतलब to transition the ball into the forward line. And I feel that this system is working. I mean, now I just saw this post yesterday where people were saying Arsenal is top of the league because everybody else is playing poorly. How is that our fault? Are we not playing
No.
good? I mean, across all
But
competitions,
I guess
across
the
all.
question, KV, I guess the question people are asking is not even that you're a set piece FC, but I guess the real question is it really sustainable?
Yes, it is. If you do it well,
Sustainable for the season?
Jose
To rely
Mourinho,
on set
Jose
pieces is
Mourinho did it.
sustainable for
Nobody
the whole
questioned
season?
it then. I think I lost power. If I go offline now, uh, I'll try and come back. Okay,
Okay,
I'll
no
just
problem.
switch to my hotspot.
Mhm.
1 second.
No problem. Hi
Nah, so I
Nathan.
was saying that
Spurs are,
it is if you
yes, please.
do something really really well, if you do something really really well, it is sustainable. It is up to the opposition to figure out how to break you down. It is not our job to not do something we're already pretty good at. I mean, long story short, kind of.
No, I think it was well put, like Devesh has said. I would like to know your thoughts about Gyökeres.
Okay, yeah, I do have an opinion on that. Yesterday's game, each and every single player that I noticed was finessing. Okay, the defense, the midfield, David Raya to should just get a work from home kind of a thing going for him. But there were people who were pointing out that Victor Gyökeres seems slow. Even the 50-50 air duels that he is expected to win. In fact, there was a comparison in the chat that was being made with Kai Havertz's return and will Gyökeres be able to keep his place in the no. It's a fair comparison because Kai Havertz would win those 50-50 duels up front. Gyökeres, first touch, balance, passing, vision, lacking. He is lacking over there. People are talking about his off the ball runs and creating space and drawing defenders. I understand that. But since he is a proper number 9, he had several opportunities to run behind the Crystal Palace defense, which he was unable to do so because he's so slow. Once he gets the ball, it takes him a proper second and a half to get the ball down and turn around and then try to attack the opposition goal. So I do feel like for a proper number 9, you need to be a lot more quicker. As soon as you get the ball, you should be prepared with the next thing that you're going to do. So and there was this another opportunity where Leandro Trossard was free inside the box on the left hand side, and Gyökeres, because he had his head down. Whenever a player is out of form, you will always notice they have their heads down. They're not looking around. Martinelli, for that matter, has changed his entire season because now he doesn't have his head down. When he was in poor form, he was always looking at the ball, looking here, looking there, but not looking at who is trying to support him inside the box. So whenever
So what you're
like
saying
I
is
think
he's a Swedish Lukaku.
see, uh, it's tough to make that kind of a comparison. Aage light. Ah, thank goodness. Yes, sir. Yeah.
It's okay,
So,
dude. You can admit he's a Swedish
no, not a
Lukaku.
Swedish.
We don't take it personally, dude.
No, 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 no. See, he is a tank. He's definitely a tank, but he moves like a tank, which is, which is, I don't like that in a striker. You know what? I would like a striker. Um, I don't even like Havertz as a proper number 9. You understand? But I would like a striker who's something
Havertz is
like
not a
Ekitike. I
number
would love
nine,
it.
dude.
Huh? And then Havertz is not a
Havertz is
number
not.
9. I know
Yeah.
that. No, but he plays for Arsenal. He plays at the
Yeah,
number
yeah,
9
of
position.
course.
No, he's
Yeah.
the furthest player up front. But I would have loved a player like Hugo Ekitike at Arsenal. I think he would have. If you want, if people, किसने बोला था, tear it up, then I think that would have suited our system a lot more. Maybe Arteta believes that he needs a person to make space, because this is why even in FPL I don't have a single Arsenal midfielder and I don't have a single Arsenal forward. The reason for that is I do not know which Arsenal player is going to score in this game. It's going to be probably one of the midfielders. It's most likely going to be one of the defenders. Uh, so I have the Arsenal trio in defense. I have Gabriel Timber and Raya because I believe that our strength is our defense. And
Defense.
sometimes people equate last season they equated playing defensively as something as negative. I disagree with that. I don't think playing defensive is negative. You just, if you look at football, if you're playing defensive, then you need to have a good counter attacking strategy, right? If you're playing defensive, if you're inviting the opposition to attack you, you need to have a good you need to have a speedy response so that you can hit them on the counter attack. I think
Do you
Arsenal don't
do
play
you think
defensive.
do you think the reason they say they play defensive is because You have spent all this money and you all shouldn't be playing defensive. Like okay, let me put it this way. Maybe your defense shouldn't be your shining light if you have spent all this money over the last 5 years. Would that be fair to say? I'm not saying they shouldn't be, but if you spend all the, I'm giving pretext. When you spend all that money, if I told you, if a blind man told you, here's 800 million, you wouldn't go, man, my defense is going to be the best after 800 million. You get what I'm saying, right? That's how I'm
No,
asking.
I think I no, I'd be fine with that. I'd be
No,
fine
but if
with
I gave you 800 million, your premium players would
mm.
not be your defense, right? That's what I'm asking you. I know you're fine with it. I'm just asking
See,
you as a
there is
blind
no
man. I gave you
guarantee that
800
even if you
million.
give me, if let's say you do give me 800 million, and I go ahead and I buy some fantastic offensive players and stuff like that, right? There is no guarantee that they will perform once they've come into the team. There is never a guarantee that money is going to immediately get you over the line and it's immediately going to start clicking. But a defensive line that knows the system, that knows the manager, knows the tactics, has been there for a while. I would rather trust them than some new 800 million pound signings, a bunch in the offensive line, because it is going to take them time to break through. You know what? I was happy with the signing of Noni Madueke for the amount that we got. Sadly, he's injured. I know. I can understand the jokes and everything and all that stuff, but
I mean, I
uh,
just don't think he's worth the money. I wouldn't even go as far as to talk about the jokes.
maybe see in modern day football, 52 million for a backup, you
Brother,
can.
we spent 60 on Mbemo. He's not worth the money. Let's call it as it
But
is. He's
50
he's
fifty
not.
million and 60 million are matlab, it's like
Nani is
the
worth
500
30, is
rupees
what
is
I'm
now
trying to
the
tell you.
100. It's what 100
Yeah,
rupees used
but
to be during
I
the
would
time,
spend 30 on Nani
or
is what I'm
1000.
trying to say. I get it.
Nah, 30
Yeah,
is
and
way
so
too low, man, way too
way
low.
too
Do
low,
you
but what has he done?
wait?
Like you're doing Chelsea a favor by thinking he's premium when he's not, in
I
my
don't think
opinion.
so. I
You don't
think
think so?
the
You don't
way the
think so that you wasted
performances.
money buying a Chelsea player?
See, okay, for over here we can come to the part where we look at the charts and what the charts used to say. So Noni Madueke has a lot of touches inside the box, third highest in the Premier League last season. One of the best one-on-one dribbling abilities, I think it's called progressive runs or something like that. So he's been doing well there as well. And when he did come to Arsenal, despite the backlash, the kind of movement he creates, everything is forward. Very rare does he consider creating a diagonal pass or a pass behind. When you have to, you have to, right? When, especially when you have that support coming in from Timber and the center Zubimendi, so you need to play the triangle. But when he is one on one with a player and he gets just a little bit of space, he is always looking forward and he's always looking to create chances inside the box. And he's gotten inside the box so many times through his own dribbling ability. It's actually quite nice to see, because um, I mean, yeah, start of the season, Martinelli's form wasn't very exciting. Martinelli's form, we were all really worried about him. We were all like, you know what, we should do what Chelsea do, we should do what Liverpool do, we should sell them in their prime. We'll get good money for them. It makes sense. But Martinelli has turned it around. Martinelli did not want to leave Arsenal, and then he's like, you know what, I want more chances at the club. And now Martinelli is in good form. So, this is a great problem to have right now. It is like this cohesive, well oiled machine, and all of them want to play and all of them understand the system. And Saka was substituted in this game at the 65th minute. No injury, nothing. 65th minute, Saka off, Martinelli on. And Martinelli usually plays on the left, but this time he came on for Saka on the right because Trossard is doing a pretty decent job on the left. And Martinelli, as it turns out, Martinelli is Victor Gyökeres's best friend on the pitch, because when he delivers the ball from the right hand side, no, it's serious. Like, see, I watch my games very closely, so I
So,
speak.
so both of them are looking down, or only he's looking at him looking down? If they're best friends, which one is it?
No, 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 no. No, he's the guy who's most likely to provide Gyökeres an assist. Him and Madueke, probably, because they are the ones who are currently trying to. They were the. I mean, Madueke is injured now, but when he was playing, he was the one who was looking for Gyökeres each and every single time, because every time he got the ball on the left hand side, it was one touch, look. If there's another option available, that's fine. Otherwise, he's going to go straight into the box, look for Gyökeres, get that diagonal cross in and try and help Gyökeres score. Martinelli, on the other hand, is the guy who makes that run in the box on the right hand side. If Gyökeres is capable of getting his defender off his mark, shifting in front of him, then Martinelli is the best person who can provide him the ball from that right. Because Saka is looking for the goal. Saka on the right hand side is looking for the goal. He's trying to move into that space, which is the best space for him to get an angle onto the goal, which is what he does each and every single time. Even for England, he does the same thing. So that is what I see.
Okay. We'll wrap up after this because I didn't realize we're going on
Hmm.
2 hours. Sorry, by the way, KV. I didn't. I really expected
That's
it
fine,
short,
man.
to be short, to be honest. But then Lala joined us as
That's
well, so
fine,
it
man.
became fun. But I'll ask
Good,
you a simple
good.
question.
Yeah.
I guess the reason I brought this up is because if you don't win the Premier League, and it's
Hmm.
not about the set piece being sustainable. The reason don't think it's sustainable because I don't think it can win a Premier League. That's it. Now, if it does, happy to be proven wrong, no issues. The question is this over reliance on set pieces, if it eventually costs you the league after all the money spent, then what would be your thoughts? I think we'll end on this
It's not,
because I
but
think
it's not an
I
over
think it,
reliance. It
okay,
is
fine,
seeming to
whatever
be
you
an
want to call it,
over
right?
reliance.
Okay, let me put it this way. If you don't win the Premier League, however you have managed to perform throughout the season, would you sack Arteta, give him more money, or is it the end of the road? The phases are over. I'm done now. He spent way too much money to get
Uh,
nothing. What do you think?
yeah, I mean, it would be justifiable to sack him. I mean, if it were an
No, what do
election,
you? No,
it
no.
would
What
be
do you
really.
want? Forget that. What do you want?
I don't want to
I
sack
want to
him.
know.
I don't want to sack him.
You'd give him
I
more
want to see
money,
him to. No, I don't want to give him more money.
but
We
he'll
don't
get more
need
money,
more
right?
players.
He is going to buy
He'll
more
get more
players.
money, but he could not. I couldn't care less. The players that he has right now are good enough to win the Premier League, whether it be from set pieces, whether it be from open play. That is what I'm saying. I'm saying that I like the structure that he has created. I like the tactics he employs. I like the fact that he has gotten us where he has gotten us right now to compete for the league. I felt it was cruel the way that we missed out on the Premier League for the last 2 seasons. I felt we shot ourselves in our foot, and it was disappointing. But I've like Nathan, like you, I've been watching football very, very long time. I've seen you and I, we've seen beautiful football and fail. Right, we've seen open play chances and fail time and time again. Good, better, best, fail. Right. So there is no guarantee in football, no matter what you do, like the 800 million, or even if you spend as much money as you want, as much money you can manage, still no guarantee that you're going to win.
But he
But
should
I
win
like the
something,
fact
right? Like everyone talks
he
about the
has
league.
to.
He
I know.
should win something,
See,
right?
but the problem is, even I, as optimistic as I want to be, I just cannot. Football is a game where if somebody is saying, I know this is going to happen for sure, I would doubt that person saying something like that. I would really, really doubt that. Pundits preseason, they give their prediction on ESPN or whatever sports channels and all that stuff. Most of the times, whatever their opinions are, people said about Liverpool, the signings that they've made. Slot has cracked it first season. He's going to do it again. They've only gotten stronger, but this is just they just echoing something that is already going on. It's like a narrative that is just echoing and reverberating everywhere, and everybody's just saying the same thing. But what actually happens is something different. It is all about the mentality of the players, the mentality of the team, the form that they're in, the form that they're kept in consistently throughout the season. That is what matters. It doesn't matter how much money you spend on the team. It doesn't matter which huge superstar you bought in the team. All that matters is the mentality. and that is something that I like about Arteta. That is something I like about Gabriel Heinze that he brought in at Arsenal. It's that mentality is being kept alive. It is being kept
You're
alive
welcome.
despite having gotten so close.
You're welcome. I
He
guess, oh, sorry, you want to read that? He was the same at Chelsea, a lot of pace, take on, but nothing to show for. Horrible in a fighter. I don't remember him scoring for Arsenal. Raji, but see, this is the thing. No, this is why I asked. It's like, see, I look at it like this. If Ancelotti had 800 million and didn't have a cup, no one would care. He'd finish second, he'd be sad. The thing is, you cannot say second place is good enough when you have spent that kind of money. You have to have at least cups. But then when you ask certain Arsenal fans, they go, look how much money we spent. We should get a Champions League or a Premier League. I'm like, bro, just win a cup first. Let's not jump. Let's walk. That's why when
hmm,
Ten Hag had that momentum, no, the third season felt terrible, to be frank. Because it was like, bro, all that momentum has just been flushed. And he only spent
hmm,
500 million in 2.5 seasons. I mean, it would be his third season. Amarim took those players to the third season. So he's
right.
800 plus. He's not won any cup. People are like, we are not looking at cups. You see us in the Champions League. I'm like, Arsene Wenger was in the Champions League, bro. Like, this is, you act like it's something new Arsenal have done today. Like, relax yourself. Arsene Wenger never even came anywhere near the amount of money Arteta had, and he was here for 26 years.
Hmm,
Let's all calm down a
yeah.
little bit. Yeah, like you said, football began a long time ago. It didn't just show up yesterday. You know,
The first trophy is the hardest to win, especially during a recovery period. And once you, with a good squad that everybody recognizes, that once you win that, and you still have the same squad going into the other seasons, um I think that is, it's like we're just there, like I'm dreaming, and I'm flying on this bird, and I can just see it. I can see it, all I have to I can see the horizon, and we are just I just feel it. I feel that we're very close. And this thing, why did Arsenal not go for Alvarez has a release clause of 500 million straight up. So I mean, he would be
from
amazing,
from
but 500
City.
million release clause.
I think he meant from City.
No, no, no. Oh yeah, probably we could have gone for Alvarez from City. I was a little bit surprised, but yeah, maybe it's not. It's gone. I can't
Anything about that?
rest on that anymore.
Yeah. So just honorable mention because we'll wrap up now. It's been way too long. Frankly, thank you guys for sticking through it. By the way, thoughts on Bournemouth being the best team to watch right now? Pound for pound, Bournemouth's the best team to
uh,
watch. I've said it openly. I feel pound for pound, Bournemouth's the best team to watch play football at the moment.
they're proving themselves to be. Bournemouth. वही मैंने बोला ना. I told you, like, effort doesn't matter. Sorry, money doesn't matter. Effort matters. If that team, if that group of players is happy playing with each other, then that is exactly what they're going to do each and every single season. I'm just going to shut it off only.
And thoughts on City losing to Villa? Wonderful banger of a goal by Matty Cash to separate
Banger
them.
of a goal, horrible miss by Erling Haaland, and didn't really see anything from anyone else. Haaland, that was bread and butter. That chance for Haaland should have equalized. But yeah, see, there was someone who had said on social media once again that if we're not over reliant on Haaland or something like that, but if you look at the performances from everybody else,
Over reliant on
there's
Haaland.
absolutely nothing.
They're over reliant on Haaland. Last year, they were over reliant on Rodri. And if they say anything else, they're fooling themselves, not us, because the results prove it. That's just the truth. See, at the end of the
Numbers
day,
results.
the results prove it. When they have some crazy stat, right? Their win percentages skyrockets downwards when Rodri doesn't play. And then they'll still tell you we are not over
Mhm.
reliant on a single player. I'm like, okay, cool, bro. You tell yourself that when you keep losing, then you know. What else to say? There's nothing else to say. No, you can sit here, have this argument till kingdom come. The stat says when you play with Rodri, you win 80%. When you don't play with Rodri, you win 35%. They'll still say we are not over reliant. Okay, cool. Yeah,
Right.
you keep that same energy. You enjoy your struggling when Haaland doesn't score, and then we'll see. But yeah, KV, thank you for joining
Agree.
in. Just a quick answer. What is your next game and what is your prediction? Just quickly, since we have you here.
Burnley away. Not an easy game, but I will say I think we're going to open them up. I think it's a 2-0 for Arsenal.
All right. Would you like to plug anything? Obviously, you can follow KV Reacts. The channel is tagged. Are you
Yeah,
doing
just
anything today, tomorrow? Are you doing anything upcoming?
I mean,
Anything
if
happening?
the electricity issue fixes itself, I just downloaded Fortnite. So I was thinking of maybe playing Fortnite at night, and we do Among Us streams as well,
Okay.
with the people on our Discord. So if you guys want to join in for gaming streams like
Nice.
those, we do that stuff. And yeah, that's it. Please do subscribe to the channel, watch alongs, and very unfiltered stuff.
Very
So yeah, it's a
unfiltered.
lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
It is a
We
lot
have
of
a lot
fun.
of fun.
Thank you for joining us, KV. Thank you guys for sticking around. I will see you for the preview of the next game week because we don't have midweek matches this week. No Europe this week, so I will see you on Friday for the
Yeah,
for the game week preview. KV, thank you for joining in. Hopefully, we'll do something else soon. Take care.
always a
Thank you for
pleasure, man.
joining on short notice, by
Absolutely.
the way. On short notice, he joined, by the way. I have to add that. Thank you for joining, and I'll
No, man.
see
Thank
you
you for
guys in
having
the
me.
next one. Take care.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.